Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again. Oop, sorry, that's phones are falling over here and shit. As you can see, there is half. This is half of a ring. This is what do you say? I want half, Mr. Fuck You Man. Um, as of right now, it's just my brother and I. There was a little bit of complications with life with the other two, so hope everything is well. Hope you guys are good. As always, I am your man, K Marvel. Missing today is QS, Mr. After Hours himself, Quiet Storm, and the big stretch, the human encyclopedia. And as always,
It's me, StrykerDragoon. I need to change it. I'm Mr. Good Energy all the time, but still, I don't.
nah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. You promoting positivity, brother.
That's it.
And we are two of your four corners of commentary. Flat out. You're not. You're right. You're right. Definitely throw it up a two today, right?
I mean,
So
two pieces make four.
yeah, right, exactly. Exactly. So ladies and gentlemen, as y'all already know, this month has been Women History Month. So we've been celebrating a lot of the women, a lot of the wrestlers, and also a lot of the women podcasters. We've had my sister Janelle on, we had Keeks on, we had excuse me. And then there was a little complication with some other people, but no worries, we're gonna get them on soon.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Right when time is right.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
time.
Everything's gonna work out.
Everything will be.
But oh, so our guest had to step out for a quick sec. So as of right now, brother man, how you feeling?
Well, besides my eye freaking killing me at this moment, that's why you'll see me probably rubbing my eye a bit more than usual.
You good?
Life's pretty good, I guess I can say. Just
Life is
gotta take the good with the bad. So
always.
I'm not gonna focus on the bad. We're just gonna keep it all good energy here at this moment because I need to maintain a professional face.
No, I got you, bro. Listen, look, life is life in. All right. Look, hey, listen to me. Look, it took me 6 hours to get home last night. That
Sheesh.
yeah. So trust me when I tell you, I get it. So, but with that being said,
Sheesh.
let's let's bring on our guest today. She is a good friend of mine, good friend of the pod, always showing love to all of these independent wrestling companies. Actually, she helped create a lot of the events that has been going on within the last couple of years, especially in Brooklyn. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to get an applause track, man.
I thought
Parts is in
you
the
had it.
building. I did, but sometimes it doesn't.
I'm
carry
gonna
over.
correct you for it, so people think I'm
What
taking
I
credit
fuck
for
up?
their work.
No, I
I
said one of the people.
I assisted
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
with one promotion and two shows. You
Which
can
one?
kind of say I assisted with another, but we don't talk to him, so I don't claim that. But you know,
We
I
ain't
don't
going
want
there.
people thinking that I'm out here claiming things I didn't do.
On
Look,
the
hey,
fly.
listen.
Here's your applause on the fly.
There we go. There we go. Hey,
Thank you.
you got to do that more.
Yeah, on the fly, of course.
Yeah, right. Well, look, assist is still helping to create something bigger for the independent scene, help create something bigger for other podcasters. Just like I told Janelle last week, you have been nothing but warm and loving. And I'm very thankful for Janelle and everybody doing Jobber Slam.
Uh-huh.
But between you and Stan and meeting y'all and gaining that relationship with you guys, look, like I said, man, it's just being thankful. I'm appreciative. So
Listen,
speaking, what's up?
I'm appreciative for you. All last year, you was like, "Oh, congratulations!" I was like, "What are you talking about?" And you was talking about something big that happened to me. I was like, "Wait, oh, thank you." It happened about 5 different times. I was like, "Huh?"
No, it's true. It's so true. events was happening. I was like, "Oh shit, girl,
Like, what are you talking
you
about?
out here killing it, right?" Huh?
Well, that's good. Remember,
what happened?
things that we may not feel are huge or you know.
It was very huge, but I have such imposter syndrome that
Okay.
I felt like I'm not here. I'm not really doing that.
Right.
Oh
And
wow.
even after I did it, it didn't necessarily hit that I spoke at Comic-Con, you know?
Mhm.
Just about to get into that.
Like I'm there. He was there.
Mhm.
You kind of seen
You were
him
there.
look off in like different directions as I spoke. And I was like zoning out while other people speaking. So I'm looking around like, what the fuck?
Yep. Like I
What am
still
I
can't
doing?
believe I'm here. Right. Right. Well, look, let's get into a little bit of the things that has happened and some of the things that you're involved with before we get into our topic for today.
Okay.
Numero uno, you brought it up. So being on a panel at Comic-Con, number one, super jealous. That's my goal this year. I don't know if like the things went out already or if I'm late to it, but girl,
I don't think you're late at all
It's
because
right,
not.
they
because
start
Comic-Con's in October. They probably start like late spring, early summer.
probably when
Check
San
in.
Diego Comic-Con is going, I think is around the time they start for like New York. Because remember,
well,
you got to apply for media badges and stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So I think that's the time to shoot a panel their way.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
Listen, I just heard Professor. Shout out to the Professor Nick Harrington. I just heard him on Lala's Space today talk about. Oh, shout out to Kyle. He helps us a lot with the pay window. Wait, he would. Technically, he's our producer. So that's going on a resume. Producer, editor, radio host, and podcaster. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Put that all there.
Fact.
pat on your back.
Start putting panelists in my bios.
That's what I'm saying. Like, like
So
it's
y'all
it
want to
all
book me for a panel? Like I can do that.
right. Excuse me.
Yeah, somebody at my job does that. Like
I
every
get
little
two
thing.
of them.
Every little thing that he does on his say he does temp work or say he does like pop-up shops and stuff like that, he's always listing, oh, I did this celebrity's pop-up shop, I
Got
did
to, man.
this, that,
I don't
it's a
do
good
that.
feeling. No, it's a good feeling though, honestly.
I don't do that. Like I don't even have Talking Champions in any of my bios.
Right.
Like I promote the hell out of it. People who know me knows Talking
Yeah.
Champions. But it's just like I feel like such a dweeb.
Why?
I don't know. Again, it's imposter syndrome. Like, who the hell are you
Yeah.
to do this?
Listen,
You know?
but here's the thing though, right? And I know you're proud of your work, and I know you're proud of
Yeah,
the things that
very.
you've done. But girl, you better rep that shit like like it's tattooed on your hand.
So I have no problem with a brag, right? You'll get it real fast. But more or less, I'll promote everybody else's.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, what do you do? Oh, I host Talking Champions, or oh, I do this, or oh, I've done that. I'm not too much on the speaking of myself, but I'm gonna speak on Kiki and All
Right.
Elite with Keeks.
Yep.
I'm gonna speak on Kat and her Woman of Color panels and in her shows and her being on Women's Wrestling Talk and meeting her on you. I'm gonna speak on Kat. I'm gonna speak on my friends and I'm gonna speak my friends up.
Right.
But it's like, oh, and we don't have to talk about Stan. Well, I speak that man to the moon. But it's like,
Well,
it's really, I can speak on everybody freely, but when it comes to myself, I'm like, shut up. You stop
Yeah.
trying to make it seem like you're important.
yeah, no, I completely understand that. It's like the situation. It's like a situation where you can always give advice, but you can never take it or follow your own. You know, or more so follow your own.
I can take advice, but it has to be someone I really respect because not everybody needs to give advice.
No, you're right. You're damn right about that. But going back, so Comic-Con.
Yes.
We saw you where you and the ladies killed it. We told y'all that when the panel was over. Couldn't be any more prouder of you guys, gals. So outside of what you already mentioned, being you're kind of just like nervous and looking all over the place, what effect has that had on you post Comic-Con?
So again, because I really, it hasn't settled with me like I did that. It hasn't had much of an effect. But when I do think back on it, that shit was, I don't want to cuss too much, but it was
Oh no,
really
we curse all the
painful.
time. You're good.
It was literally an all Black woman panel.
Yeah.
An all woman panel talking about wrestling. Talking about the fact that the security guard that was at the door that was trying to get us to wrap it up because we went over came and was like, "Yo, you girls did amazing. It's the only this is the only woman panel, and gave us props just for doing it." And I can't talk about this panel or even doing this panel without talking about Katrina.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Katrina, she's the one that organized it and asked me to be there, and I owe so much to Katrina. She doesn't even know. Like, literally, it was her work that got me to that panel. And the panel that we did Bingham Comic-Con or Birmingham, I don't remember which one it was, but it was a UK Comic-Con panel we did.
Gotcha.
And then she did she do San Diego? Was it San Diego? Which Comic-Con? They did one in LA.
I know
Yeah,
the
that's
Chicago
I think
one
they
is
did LA Comic-Con.
the Chicago one is coming up.
And the Chicago one is coming up. My silly self forgot to check and see if I would be able to make it before anything. But now, like, it panned out where I couldn't.
Yeah.
So I was like, think it happened for a reason. It completely went out of my mind. But that panel's coming up and it's amazing. And she's doing this panel and putting us women of color to tell our stories in a space where we don't really get to tell our stories. Absolutely. Even they had other panels before that. It necessarily wasn't the stories of the women within media. And the simple fact that that panel doesn't get spoken of enough, it flabbergasts me, because this is the core of like what women in media are. Absolutely. These are our voices. Yeah. And we are the voices that can normally go muted. For sure. Yeah, no, definitely. So I'm super grateful. I'm not good at public speaking as much as you probably can't tell. I have I get real scared when I'm in a large group of people. I really like, if you ever see me angry, it's because there's too many people around. So like, I don't like large crowds, and I don't like speaking in front of people. Like, it was always a fright of mine. So that was me being able to speak in front of a room full of people. Yeah. And it's a room full of people that I never met. Right. Yeah. So it's even tougher. That's the biggest thing it done for me. It's just like, you spoke in front of so many random people. Yep. And it's not like you were just speaking and they would listen. No, you were on a stage in front of them, and they're paying attention to the words you were saying. So that means more to me than anything that I can take from the panel. Yeah, absolutely. I was able to talk about the things that I've done and how I feel about women in wrestling, especially Black women in wrestling. And I was able to do it on a large stage and a room full of people, which 9-year-old me would be like, shut up, that's never going to happen to you. Right, exactly. About wrestling. Right, of all things. But no, man, listen, once again, like I said, I think we're just really proud of you and all the ladies, Stephanie, Bam, just everybody. Just they all did their thing. Talk of Champions. Yes. It's been around for a little while now. We're going on 3 years, but we haven't been going 3 years. You know what I mean? Right. Midway through, not even midway through, a couple of months after we started this show, Stan started to train to be a wrestler because of the show. Right. So his training days and his working days kind of got into the schedule of when we can do the show. So it's a lot of start and stops with Talk of Champions, but it's almost 3 years old. Yeah, and I mean, look, even with all of that, just to see the things that you guys have accomplished, both separately and together, and I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass just to blow it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is true. This is real. You guys, once again, and I say this just like I said earlier, you know what I mean? Just like Jobber Tears,
excuse me, just like Black wrestling, like these are promotions. Geez, these are podcasts who have been able to help everyone else, and you guys are right there with them.
Mhm.
So much shout outs and much love to y'all just for that alone. And for just being legitimate, like more than anything,
'Cause
you
that's
know.
hard here.
Look, it depends on what you watch. You know what I mean? Like at least we know that look, I can speak for the four of us when I say when what you get from us is genuine,
Yeah.
but you can feel that. And that's how I feel about a lot of the other podcasts that we've been able to either collaborate with or just be able to talk to or hang out with.
Mhm.
There's genuine love because this is a community, and
And you
this
don't
is a
get a lot of
community,
genuine people within the community.
right? You don't
Very
you
true.
don't see a lot of people who want to watch other people succeed.
Mhm.
So shout
Or
out.
push
So
people to do better,
yeah,
Yeah.
or push people to go
absolutely,
higher. When can you
absolutely.
say that somebody wants to make the sacrifice and say, hey, I know my show is maybe, have a bigger following and stuff like that, but come on,
Right.
let's work together. Let's see how we can push each other to do better.
Hmm.
I feel we've even as a people, I feel we've been pushing each other throughout, these past 2-3 years. I feel, especially in the podcast space, I feel we've
Hmm.
been pushing each other to just do better, introducing, new podcasts coming in, or just people in general coming into the community. We welcome everybody with open arms. Look at like Strictly for the Culture, for example.
I almost wore that hoodie today.
I mean, you
I
could
was
have
that close. I'm not
definitely.
even gonna lie to you. That close.
I was like, what do I put on? This is closer.
Yeah, I just threw on a Jurassic Park tee today.
That's
Hey,
literally the only
It's
reason why I don't have nothing special. It was just I was like, I
it,
feel like looking.
listen, ain't nobody mad at that.
um,
Take you as you are.
but yeah, Strictly for the Culture. Just see how they share everybody every
Yeah.
day,
Every
and
Yep.
the amount of accounts I may have that they know of, like they'll share each different account every day. So it feels great to even have that be happening for us specifically,
Yeah.
because now you're just growing and expanding everybody's business, everybody's reach, just
It
by
Right.
doing
literally takes nothing to like and retweet or like and share.
Yeah.
Put it in your story, put it on your page. I have a group. We have the Talk of Champions group. The group is thriving way more than the show is. That's why I was like, yo, you go on Facebook, yo, share it to the group. I'll share it to here. Because that's the hub we built within our show.
Right.
I tell anybody, yo, put it in a group. Put it in a group. If I see Black Wrestling put up their show like tomorrow, they put their show up on Fridays, I share it to the group immediately.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kiki, she do it on YouTube, so it gets really hard. YouTube and Facebook is beefing for whatever reason, so they make it harder just to share the feed as the feed is live,
Mhm.
unless you're streaming directly onto Facebook. Then it's easy as hell.
Right.
So it's just put in a group. You doing something? Share it to the group.
Yep.
We
Yeah.
built
No.
this community of people that if you interact with them, they will interact with you.
Yeah.
And share here.
And that's impressive in itself, also because of this man over here and him starting the Council of Commentary
Mm-hmm.
and it going strong for a while for since its inception. And it was
Yeah.
just, it's the very same concept. You know what I mean? You want people who aren't going to tear each other down, but give honest opinions on how they feel about wrestling or whatever the hell we feel like talking about for the day.
So, Kyle, as we know, I kind of tear people down sometimes. Get overzealous.
Ooh, Sonic. Oh no.
I get overzealous, and then because people be loud and wrong, and because I'm a woman, they think they're gonna be louder than me.
Yeah.
I could be loud and wrong too, but I also am loud and right. So that's a louder.
Yes,
And then
No, I
when
get
you
that.
right.
stand, when you stand and you're standing, then sometimes you gotta gotta get a little bit insulty.
No, you're right. Listen, sometimes you got to put people in their place, and I think there's a way to do it, and
I'm learning.
most of the time, I was about to say, most of the time, you're okay. You like borderline, like I will curse you and your mother out, but but
No, it don't be borderline. I'd be like right here, and then I'm like, wait, okay, I don't have to go this far. But
look, listen. Recently, I've been having to tell a couple people off on Spaces, so I get it.
It's between Facebook and Spaces. That's where they try you the most. Because they'll try you on Twitter, but like you can ignore it. In Spaces, they'll go and you be like, all right, boom, this is how I shut you down. Because when that little boy got hit with a liquor by that dirty man.
Yeah.
That dirty man from Long Island. So you know he real dirty.
Red line.
Because we know that Long Island isn't.
Yep. All you gotta say is red line. We definitely know what that is.
When he threw that liquor, there was people trying to say like, oh, but when they rip up my kid's sign, my kids could get paper cuts. And they knock the popcorn that I spend my money on. Then there was someone arguing that throwing liquor on or throwing a drink on a person is an assault when it is assault.
It is though.
It is.
But it is.
Definitely is.
That's Tiff. What's up, love? She says sometimes you just have to go that far.
Especially when you're a woman in these spaces because they don't, like I had a guy tell me, oh, I don't know about you, but I know old school wrestling. What the fuck, that's all I watch.
Yeah, like don't jump to conclusions.
My nigga is a wrestler. I changed my name from I'm fucking a wrestler on Twitter, but I think I have to put it back because people really, nigga, I went to every training with him. He started the new space where he's training at is the only time I ain't been to training with him. Been this whole journey. So yeah, you can't. It's some things that you can't tell me.
Right.
Because I've witnessed the experience of it differently. Now, you can be right in your own way, but you can't tell me certain things like all the wrestling always been scripted promos, and I'm gonna look at you like you stupid.
Yeah, that's not true by any means. Like what?
That's not even true now in the era of scripted promos because AEW ain't scripted. We can tell.
Yeah.
So it's sorry.
So you sometimes you gotta take it from because that's not to insult your intelligence.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Insult my intelligence, I'm gonna insult your existence.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you. Damn. I'll be saying that too. It's so wrong. Like, yo, you bother my soul. Why? Your existence is just ugh. Like, and I don't know if I even told the guys about this, but a couple months ago on Spaces, I'll try to make it quick. I was having a conversation with a few people, and I brought up Keith Lee and his athleticism and some other stuff. And I said something along the lines of people don't like the fact that he's an intellectual with the way that he speaks.
Right.
And oh boy, we won't say what he is, how old he is, whatever the case may be.
We don't need to
put two and two together. Yeah. No, I don't even know it. But he was like, oh, well, I don't understand why us as wrestling fans have to look up what he means and da da da. And I said, so what you're telling me is that you want him to dumb it down so it's easier for other people to understand. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying to dumb it down. All I'm saying is why. All right. So what you're telling me is that it's wrong for Keith Lee to do it because I enjoy it very much so. But it's not okay for Keith to speak like that, but it was okay for Jericho to call people troglodytes like you knew what that meant.
Right.
A lot of my vocabulary is learned through wrestling because they would use words that we don't know what we meant. No one clapped Damien Sandow. Nobody clapped the Genius.
Right.
Rest in peace, Lord rest his soul. He just passed us. But nobody said the Genius got to dumb it down because we don't understand what he means.
Yep.
Bobby Brain Heenan said things that we don't understand. Vince McMahon on commentary, every time he decided, I don't like this word, we're bringing a new word that we necessarily didn't know. Jim Ross will talk about solar plexus. Do we know what solar plexus are?
Yep. Oh, I mean, I do. right in your middle. If you get punched in there, all your air's out.
But as
no,
kids,
for
did
sure.
you know what your
For sure.
solar plexus are?
Yeah.
No.
All
I
right.
get it.
But Keith Lee has to dumb it down because Keith Lee is a black man.
Right.
He gotta say, yo, 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 I'm from the hood, y'all.
And that was the conversation. And because I asked somebody else that was backing me up, and he was like, so what you're telling me is that if tomorrow it wasn't tomorrow, but whatever, like if tomorrow on Dynamite, Keith Lee came out and he was speaking like Crime Time, you wouldn't have a problem with it. But because he comes out and he actually speaks like an intellectual, it's an issue.
Yeah.
And that's like, I was like, so what you're telling me is that I said, you don't understand that that's really how he speaks. Oh no, it's a character. How do you know? Because I've watched his interviews. I've seen the way this man interacts with his wife. Like this is how the man actually speaks. So for him to dumb it down to anybody else's level is insulting. And sounds a little racist.
Dumb it down is insulting.
Like, yeah. So, but anywho's, but no, yeah. Talk of Champions. You and Stan the Man Michaels. Mr. Ooh, yeah, himself.
The true king of R&B.
Yeah, that's. I just like to call him. Ooh, yeah. But y'all, like I said, man, y'all have been doing really big things. Him joining the faction, the mission. You freaking popping your head up everywhere. Like y'all are killing the game. So from us to you, we're so proud of y'all.
Thank
you. I tip my hat.
Oh wait, it's
under
in the back.
Under the
mic. I get it, but thank you. I'm the same with him. Like I'm watching him do everything he never thought. I'm sorry, I'm trying to share it as I'm told, but I'm watching him do everything he never thought he could do.
Yeah.
And I'm watching him reach all of these milestones within his career, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Yeah. Oh, did it drop? Oh no.
No. Yeah. I
there you go.
Go.
How do I get on here? How do I get on this?
He called me.
Oh my God. Stan.
Go in the group. In the group chat.
It's in the group chat, bro. It's in the group chat.
Good disrespect. As I talk about him.
Right.
Just get me on there. But no. And his fool comes. So like I like seeing and watching him reach all of these milestones, and it means the world to me. Unfortunately, the show had to take like a back seat.
Yeah.
Because of it. But we still love everyone who was with us from day one. We try to pop in when we can, like he's gonna pop up now. We're gonna get a mini Talk of Champions. But like it's I can like even me being with him as he does these things, would have never imagined that I would have these experiences within wrestling.
Yeah, no, look, man, I'm trying to be like y'all. Maybe not wrestle. I can't. My knees are way bad right now. But
listen, you know how many times I had to say no to positions? My stupid self will probably be somebody's ring announcer, somebody's backstage announcer, somebody's commentator, somebody's something. But I keep saying no to things. That's
what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to I just want to commentate once. And if I'm good and y'all like me and y'all keep me, then great. But if not, at least I've experienced it. Like that's all I want.
I don't think I'll be bad. I just think I say anything. And I respect what they do and who they are too much to just say, what the fuck was that? Like, ew, Like
was that a song?
Yelled at me because I was crying. I was like, ew, boo, just because it didn't look. I didn't like the way it looked. Yeah. So I don't want to be in a moment of watching the match trying to call it and just say something off the fly, and then I have to fight my way out like it's just rage. Right. So
she's over here like Blaze, y'all. That's about to be her new name.
Stan gonna be skate. He's kicking on his way out.
He damn sure is. And wait up, never. Speaking of, let me give this man a proper introduction. This is my brother from another. This is this young lady's
Significant other.
yeah, head boot thing
Mhm.
is the true king of R&B. He is one part of the faction The Mission.
Mhm.
Stand, baby.
Yeah. House of Soul is in the building. Sorry, I'm late. How y'all feeling?
Good, bro. You know what? I would have
Very good,
told
Yeah.
Strike to give you the applause track, but you just did all of that. Like I don't think you
Sorry,
need
sorry,
one now.
sorry.
Yeah.
No, we
I don't
good.
think
We
you
good.
need
We
one.
good.
He's a
I'm hot
walking intro.
No.
I'm hot off the Stirring the Pot with Don Kincaid. Check it out in a couple hours. More on that
Hey,
later.
Mhm.
for sure. How you feeling, bro?
I'm hot. I'm hot.
Literally.
Drunk.
Like,
I'm not drunk, but no. I was on I was drinking. I was just did an interview, a hell of an interview. It's pretty good. And yeah, now I'm here with y'all and fine people. Are we? What are we doing? What are we doing?
We
nah, man, we just
we're
chopping it up.
technically still in the introduction.
I look like that picture of Death Row.
Yeah, that's why I told you. That's why I told you to get glasses.
Like if it wasn't for the
Get your
glasses,
glasses.
I was about to say if it wasn't for the glasses, you'd be doing your best rock impression.
What is the thing? Here's the thing. I just got finished telling these people like that's my role in the. I am the musician of the mission. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of got this Death Row thing going on that I'm bringing to the table. So you know what I'm saying? This is what kind of in pocket it. You know.
Look,
We were
man,
just talking about our accomplishments within Talk of Champions. So you're
Oh.
good to jump in.
Oh yes, we accomplished a lot within Talk of Champions. Nah, we were hitting like thousands of views like every week out the box, and it was crazy because like we came off of, I don't know if she talked about the other
Nah, I ain't
platform.
talking about the other place.
I'm not gonna put I ain't gonna put them over, but yeah, we came from another place that we learned how to do everything at, and we were like, and once we figured out how to do everything, we were like, all right, fuck this, we're gonna do our own thing.
Yeah, for
And it became Talk of Champions, and everybody
they
followed.
wasn't treating the woman right. Is what
Right.
it
Right.
They wasn't treating this woman right.
Yeah. Talk about that. Oh, well, that no.
Off air. We'll talk about that off air.
Well, no.
We could.
But yeah, because of Women's Month and active feelings towards that, we decided it was best to do our own thing. A lot of people followed us from there, from that platform. We had a lot of momentum going because like we were popping over in that other show. Like people were dead watching that shit because of the dynamics between this one and that one. And so, you know, when we made it known, like, all right, we're gonna be over here. It's kind of like how Eric Bischoff describes how he did Nitro. Like, and it's so crazy because that's how we came into it, because we had a whole NWO Outsiders theme to it. Like we was
like setting it up.
Yeah, we was
setting
setting
about
up.
Like our last show on that platform was supposed to be the Click, and then our first show on Talk of Champions was supposed to be NWO.
Like we did the curtain call episode over there to sell them. Like we was
we was thinking.
But it was the same kind of energy, because in one interview, Eric Bischoff said Monday Night Raw and WWE was over here. I took Monday Nitro, I went over here and I made this really big bang, and everybody said, "Ooh, what's that?" And that's exactly what the fuck we did with Talk of Champions.
Yep. No,
so
for sure.
That's pretty much how that fucking popped off. And then fucking NWO Sparrow taking a picture in a wrestling ring, and that pretty much signified the slow time ticking end to what would be the active week by week show version of Talk of Champions.
Well, it started when we decided to do so many shows a week.
Yeah, but
we was doing like 2 shows a week, a show with just us and a show with guests, and then sometimes we'll do like another one if we felt like it, or live here or live there. We burnt ourselves out really fast. If anybody said, "Yo, I want you to be on my show," I was doing it. We was burning the candle on both ends, and then he started to wrestle.
And now it's to the point where it's just like, all right, like we tried to come back and make it a weekly thing again and do it like we did it before. But the reality of it is I'm a little deeper in this wrestling shit than I was before.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of changes the dynamic of what I'm even willing to put myself out there to talk about.
Again, like I was saying, people get real weird over wrestling podcasters.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not only that, like, that's definitely real, but my perspective changed. You know what I'm saying? Like things that I would recklessly say 2 years ago, I would
You
never
wouldn't.
say publicly now. You know
And
what
For
I'm
I
sure.
still
It,
say,
yeah. It's also about not peeling back the curtain too much. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because once you do that, it's also to an extent, it's like, it's like how Taker feels. You know what I mean? Him doing his one man shows. I saw him do an interview recently, and he essentially said that he catches himself when he talks about these moments, because then he's like, oh, do I really want to reveal this, or do I want to just keep it as is? Keep the kayfabe alive.
And I can honestly and him being an older head, I could really understand like the struggle with that.
Yeah.
Me being new into this, I could tell you I even struggle with that. Like knowing how much to peel back and how much to not. Even if we're not online talking on a live discussion, even if it's just me and you, Kyle, you know what I'm saying, and we just backstage, I don't even know how comfortable I am saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's
Right.
it's a code, really.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
so with Talk of Champions, it was never a situation where we was peeling back anything.
Right.
Mhm.
We was just we were just kind of
talk about older shows and matches, and our opinions sometimes, especially mine's, a lot of times,
we're very passionate people.
They can be picked apart. And now Stan is in the business and closer than we ever would have thought he could be to working with a lot of the people we may speak upon.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Right. You're only like a person or two away.
No, seriously. And
like
I've learned that just through connection.
And then he'll get signed to NXT or something,
Right. Yep. Right. Absolutely.
So
and go ahead.
It's too close to comfort for a lot of things. So now we're in a phase where we're trying to see what we can do to continue on Talking Champions. Maybe it'll be me and get some guests. Maybe we'll do something when we can. Maybe we'll just be a fun Facebook group. We're just trying to figure out what we can do within his career in wrestling.
Yeah, be reasonable. Yeah,
but that's the thing. I also like got to a point where like I never saw myself as a podcaster or a content creator in this regard.
We're not
yeah, no, absolutely.
We're a live experience.
Or a live experience. I never saw myself as that kind of. I never saw myself in that realm, in that pocket. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm the performer. So I'm either gonna do it or I'm gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like that's really where it was. So now it's like that coupled into where the reality of where I am is like, should I really be doing this? And do I even want to do this? It's just
right.
Like, it's so we're definitely that's the thing. I'm down to like do like shit like this is dope. Yeah, come down here and we had to talk about, we
always were better guests than we were hosts.
Yeah, that's the other thing. We're not neither one of us are hosts.
I get that.
We're better guests than we're hosts.
I completely understand.
Yo, what's going? Yo, my man. I'm sorry, yo, my man.
Striker, what's up?
StrykerDragoon.
Yes.
What's up, bro?
How you
What's
doing,
up?
Bro? Yo, my bad. I came in and just started talking. I heard
all good.
Letter.
All good, bro. That the floor is yours to speak. Don't mind me.
No,
I'm not a fly on the wall, but I'm definitely here. I'm here and I'm listening and I'm taking
I see
in
you.
all
I
the
see you.
knowledge.
Just salute to you, my man. Humble right there. I heard you.
Thank you.
Love that. But nah, that's and I'm gonna get off and I'm gonna let Shorty talk because it's Women's Month and shit.
You can stay on and we can have a conversation with you.
Bro, if you want to chill, you can chill.
I'm not gonna get. I didn't mean get off. I meant I was gonna get off talking and let you do more and shit because it's about you and shit. Yeah,
It's about
women. Because like myself, we all talk a lot. I get it.
Yeah.
No, but we talk a lot.
No, yeah. You make it sound like we haven't hung out. Like
I was just on the thing. I was just on an interview. I wasn't supposed to be 2 hours. It's supposed to be like an hour, maybe at tops. When we went 2 hours, like that shit is gonna be good, yo. Y'all gotta check that out. I'm about to promote that. I'm promoting that like it's an album. I told them. I'm promoting it like it's an album. We went 2 hours.
We like literally we didn't even get to this topic. We was just doing an introduction because
Oh shit! It's only 40 minutes. Holy shit! I gotta go to bed soon, guys. So I will be jumping off soon.
you have to go 'cause I gotta talk to you soon. So shut up.
Yeah. So all right. Well, how about this? Since we are 40 minutes in already,
Right?
let's get to our topic. So it is Women's History Month.
Mm-hmm.
And today we wanted to focus on the women, but we wanted to focus a little more specific. So today's topic is the women of WrestleMania Hollywood, and or just the women in WrestleMania. Madam Miss Hearts,
Yes.
if you may.
So we just started getting women in WrestleMania, like to a point where we're getting them now. Like how many Mania matches there are this year? About 4 or 5.
Oh, women's matches. I was like, wait.
No, there's about 45 matches in WrestleMania, but the women got a little
tag champion match. No, it was a trios match, right?
It's the trios.
It's the 3 women, the 6-woman tag.
The 2 titles.
The 2 titles, and I think that's it.
I think that might be it right now.
Are they doing the like how they're doing the men's tag? Yeah, are they doing like how they did the men's tag? They're doing the women's tag for the one for the number 1 contender. They might.
They might. We got.
I'll check it right now. Oh, that's right. We still don't even have we still have 3 shows.
We don't have the whole card.
Yeah.
Right.
But I wanted to kind of focus on where we came from to the point where like now we have multiple women's matches because it was one match or no match for the women, or it was a match that was considered as no match because,
Yeah.
So we have like the first match at WrestleMania 1, which is kind of shocking that the first Mania had a women's match.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't because, Vince had to capitalize on whatever celebrity wanted parts of it. So we had Leilani Kai versus Richter, but it was only because of the non-WWE Hall of Famer Cyndi Lauper being involved.
Right.
And of course, Moolah's hand was in it. And we seen Wendy Richter win, but unfortunately she would lose it shortly because Moolah. We surprisingly had Moolah at WrestleMania 2 versus Velvet McIntyre, and we don't know who that is. They don't talk about that match.
No,
nobody talks about the women's match. Then we go 3 WrestleMania straight with no match with any woman, and then the next match is Savage and Sherry versus Sapphire and Dusty.
Yeah.
And it's another match. It's this. I wouldn't even consider that a women's match. They was just lumped into the storyline, and Sapphire wasn't a wrestler.
Yeah.
Before this, she was doing ref stuff, but she wasn't really a wrestler. And then another 3 with no women's matches. And then we have, sorry, it's not 3. It's 2 with it is 3. It's 3 with no women's matches. And then we get WrestleMania 10, which is Leilani Kai 10 years later versus Alundra Blaze. And at this point, they was literally just finding any woman to face Alundra Blaze because they wanted to have Medusa Maselli as their champion.
Right.
So they was getting women from Japan or getting Bertha Faye or whoever to come and face Alundra Blaze with no real women's division. Then we go another 3 with no women's matches.
Damn. Violated.
And we have WrestleMania 14, Luna and Goldust, Mark Murrow and Sable. Mm-hmm. Now this one is more play within the woman to it than it was with Macho and Sherry, but it's still a mixed tag match.
Right.
And the focus was Sable. It wasn't even the woman. The focus was Sable.
Okay.
And this is kind of where we start consistently getting matches with women at Mania because Sable. So the next year, 15 was Sable and Tori.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to talk about that because we know it's a Sable match. Next year, Terry Reynolds and a cat.
Yeah.
In a cat fight.
Yep. Back in that era when it was bra and panty matches and all of this other crazy shit.
And Mae Young tried to flash her breast again.
Yeah, she did.
Gosh. Serial flash.
That was Stryker's favorite part.
Serial flasher.
She definitely did flash her breast.
Was it at this one? Did she do it again?
Whatever they were.
At this one?
Oh no, she did it at a Royal Rumble 2000 later.
Was it Royal Rumble or was it Armageddon? I think she did it at
Royal
both.
Rumble.
Either way,
She definitely did it at the Royal Rumble.
No, she definitely did it.
She did it in that she did it in that mud match they had, I think.
Mm-hmm.
In the swimsuit.
Yeah, she definitely did it there. So then the next year, X7, I didn't watch, but we have China versus Ivory.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this could have been something, but China didn't take it as something. Took it as a punishment. He's playing his game.
Yeah, I realize that.
23, y'all. Lit. Bloodline, we the ones.
Baby, no. Listen. So, I'll condone him. So, then we get China and Ivory.
Right.
And it could have been, it really, that's the match that should have been something.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
The way people talk about China and what Ivory is, it really should have been something. But because China felt that this was her punishment, she didn't take it as anything. So it went the way it went. Then we have the match that, these are matches that I didn't see. I was out after the cat fight.
Yep.
I was on my fuck you Vince for buying WCW strike. So I was not here. But
True.
then you had 18, you had Jazz and Trish.
Yep.
Jazz
really good match.
versus Trish versus Lita.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the matches that people start talking about are good. And these are memorable matches for people. The following year is Trish and Jazz again with Victoria in place of Lita. You don't hear too much about that one.
Yeah. It wasn't, I don't think it was, and it wasn't a bad match. It wasn't as good as the one with Lita.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not discrediting Victoria by any means. It just
Trish and Lita has a chemistry. We can't deny it.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
I don't think the chemistry was the same probably. But I did see that match because we reviewed that whole show. But then the following year, at 20, we're at an evening gown match and it's a hair versus title.
Mm-hmm.
You have Stacy Keibler, Tori Wilson, Sable, Miss Jackie, Victoria, Molly Holly. You had it was two. Sorry. They had two women's matches. This is huge.
Yeah.
So the evening gown match was Tori and Sable versus Keibler and Jackie, and it was an evening gown match. And then the second match was Molly Holly versus Victoria for the title versus hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the simple fact that Molly Holly had to say, I'll do a hair match just to have this match on WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She rocked the shortcut though. Unfortunately, she rocked the shortcut. But it
looked good on her.
It was just embarrassing. It really was embarrassing.
It was demeaning that she had to cut her hair on TV just to have a match when you're going to put an evening gown match up. No frills.
Right.
The next year, 21 was Trish versus Christy Hemme.
For the women's title.
Again, I was out, but I know Christy Hemme wasn't going to give you what you needed.
Yeah, no, not really.
Nah.
22 was a pillow fight match with Tori Wilson and Candice Michelle.
Pillow fight match.
Yep.
And then you had Mickey James versus Trish Stratus.
That was custody of the father. Was it that match? No.
It probably was during the Al Wilson rivalry.
Yeah, something of that sort.
Yeah, no one. Listen, let's be honest. The pillow fight was nothing but a filler match. The more important match is obviously the women's title match involving Trish and Mickey James, because this was at the height of their feud, where Mickey was still the stalker, and then realized that Trish didn't love her or whatever the case may be, and her whole
she
point
did
was
this and they cut her out.
Yep.
Okay.
And the whole thing was simply, jealous with Playboy, which happened the year prior, also, but also just this. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was. No, that was the feud. Sorry. So the Christy Hemme Trish match was the Playboy jealousy. With these two, it was all about that. If I can't have you,
no one else can.
No one can. And with that being said, I'm going to take your title because that is the best way that people can have you.
Yeah.
And she won that match. that is the match that put
And
Mickey.
Did
Yeah,
this, and
she went
they
in.
don't show it no more.
That was whoo, that was wild. But that match, I think that match was truly the beginning of more eyes and giving that credibility to women's matches.
Yep.
I was gonna say that, but next year is Melina versus Ashley in the Lumberjill match.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was gonna let that rock, but
just saying.
What was
Look, I didn't say it was perfect afterwards.
they went right to get all the women in one match.
Yeah. And they had all the divas because they were divas at this point.
And they doubled up on Lumberjill matches.
Yep.
Because the following year, 24, was Beth Phoenix and Melina versus Maria and Ashley in a Lumberjill match.
Okay.
So it was like, but you have two amazing wrestlers in Beth Phoenix and Melina.
Mm-hmm.
You know, rest in peace to Ashley.
Yes.
You know, but she was definitely under that learning tree. She was getting better and better. And I think they were still acting like Maria was a ditzy blonde-ish girl, when in fact she was actually quite intelligent and is quite intelligent, but that's neither here nor there.
You know, then after at 25, you have the 25 Diva Battle Royal.
Yeah, that was a lot.
that was wild.
Look, I was trying to make the straw noise really loud.
Oh,
that was wild. They really wasted time doing that.
Yeah, listen, the worst part about that match was the simple fact that Santina Marella,
yes, that was the match,
won the Miss WrestleMania title.
I thought it was
so. The fact of the matter that you had 24 women in that match, and you gave the title to Santino. Now, granted, I'm not.
You couldn't even take it serious in a battle royal.
Yeah, man, it's so bad. It was so bad. I can't take a man being Miss WrestleMania. That's not how it works, yo.
Well, at least I was gonna make a Miss NWO joke, but I'm not gonna do that.
But listen, grandma. Look, how I feel about that match was similar to the first Women's Money in the Bank match. You have you have No Chin Ellsworth go up and
talk
grab
about
the
it because
briefcase.
of the nasty things that he was accused of, and just ignores.
Very true.
Just decided I don't care. Right? So then after that, you have Mickie James, Eve Torres, Beth Phoenix, Kelly, and Gail Kim versus Vicky, Alicia Fox, Layla Maurice, and Michelle McCool. 10 women.
I thought the worst part about that shit was Kid Rock singing them out to the ring.
Oh. Yeah, see, I wasn't going to even bring that up, dog.
So glad I don't remember.
I do. Stan knows these WrestleManias.
I watched all of that live.
Yeah, I was there. I wasn't there, but I watched it live, and the only thing that saved that WrestleMania was Shawn and The Undertaker.
Facts.
So but it was 10 women in that match. You know how long that match was?
It wasn't as long as the entrance that this guy was singing them.
Seconds.
That's what I'm saying.
For 10 women.
Absurd.
Wow.
Absurd.
I remember that. Like the entrance, this guy took up more time jerking off on a microphone than I don't know. Let me stop. This is why.
No, please.
Oh, but it's fine. It's fine.
No, this is listen, bro.
Your displeasure is actually
this really is what we do here. Okay, this is a safe space.
I don't know who's watching this shit.
And then following that grand old match, we get John Morrison and Trish Stratus versus Snooki, Lake Cool, and John Cena.
No, and Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler. Sorry, I read John Cena. I was confused at Lake Cool for a second.
It was Morrison, Stratus, and Snooki versus Lake Cool and Dolph Ziggler, which was like, what the hell?
Why do you need to stick Snooki in a match?
And mind you, this is WrestleMania 27 at this point. So you already had your two Shawn Takers, and then you got
this is what Taker Triple H.
Taker Triple H.
Yeah, she could have been Trish Stratus's homegirl, and it could have been like Candice Michelle or whoever was there at that time to come out and be in a match. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
That was
on the outside.
It was really forced, and it didn't need to be forced, and it didn't need to be forced upon wrestling fans. And unfortunately, these are things that built the disdain against women's wrestling. That's why I wanted to go through with this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We follow it up with Kelly versus Maria Menounos versus
Oh,
Beth
that's
Phoenix and
right.
Heath Torres.
I forgot about
Again.
that match.
Again. And God bless Maria. She loves wrestling. Well, she don't have to be in a match. She don't have to be in a match.
Nope.
She have to be in a match.
Nope.
So we go to WrestleMania 29. The match was cut.
Yeah.
And there was no match on women's match on WrestleMania 29. But because of Total Divas, we know that the match was cut, and it was supposed to be the Bellas versus the Funkadactyls.
Yeah.
And I think it probably was the Bellas and Cody and them with
Legacy.
I think it was supposed to be like a mixed tag. It wasn't Legacy.
No, this was after Legacy. I think this was when it was Cody and Sandow.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
With
it might have been
Mustache
them.
Cody. Mustache
It was
Cody.
Mustache Cody. I think it was supposed to be them four versus Brodus, Tenzai, and the Funkadactyls.
Yeah. So this is our boy Randy from Backstage Brawl.
Randy.
Bro, you gotta listen. If y'all watching it on Facebook, please make sure that you go in the description and you make sure that you give them the permissions to use your name, so that I'm not looking on my cell phone trying to figure out who the hell wrote it.
Or
you can just watch it on YouTube.
Your name.
Or you can hyphen your name. That works too. But yeah, it was weird having a WrestleMania with no women at that point. Yep. Yeah, it was just awkward.
Move, ref.
But we have WrestleMania 30, which is the Divas Invitational.
Yeah.
And this is when they put AJ against all the divas, because they was booking up AJ to be the woman.
And she was for a while.
The what is it? The anti-diva?
Right. She was supposed to be the female CM Punk.
Funny thing is, I watched this match and I don't remember this match.
Fuck.
It was okay. It was. Listen, my whole thing was I'm an AJ. I love AJ Lee. I loved her when she first came in. The whole kissing everybody was weird, but outside of that, her wrestling was on point.
Yep.
And when she was Divas champion, she was killing the game, killing it.
So I didn't like her run as Divas champion, especially during this time, because I liked Total Bellas, and the things she was saying is the things that these losers use against the Bellas or the divas of that time. Not even the divas of the time, simply the Bellas, because they have nothing else to say, because they can't get ass anywhere, right? So they use these things. Talent isn't sexually transmitted. But if you look at my thing is, I love to hold the mirror. She said that, right? She learned how to wrestle from her boyfriend Jay Lethal at the time.
True.
She kissed her way to the top of the division.
Mm-hmm.
And currently, she was engaged to the champion.
It's true.
Whose promo style she took and used as her own.
Good point. Good point for sure.
So I guess it looks like it was sexually transmitted for you, my love.
Hey,
she
look,
could be a fan her whole life, and she could love it her whole life, but she learned how to wrestle or learned how to wrestle better from the dude she was sleeping with at the time. These are facts. These are things that are true.
Yeah. Well, look, at the time, she definitely lit a fire. I do think that promo lit a fire under everybody's ass.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't light a fire under everybody's ass. It really didn't, because the people who was bad were still bad, and the Bellas were still Bellas. It didn't really change anything. It lit a fire under these fans' ass to have these things to sling at these women, and it actually marginalized the women more.
I can see that.
Her doing that put a lot of the women in a box of what she said they were.
Yeah.
The whole Bella sleeping their way to the top. That's what she did technically. But it put these negative connotations on all of those women, especially the total divas, which was the reason that people got excited for women's wrestling. Yes, AJ was there, and the fans who was there liked AJ, but total divas ushered in all the attention.
It definitely helped.
We get the division we have now because of the eyes that total divas brought to wrestling. And women's wrestling at that.
Ooh. Hot take.
Strong. I think that's a plausible statement.
No, for sure. For sure.
And a lot of people knock Total Divas. I mean, to me, a lot of people knock Total Divas, but I do think, at least for the time, it was breaking that barrier of like, oh, the women were going so much by script and these horrible storylines. Now we actually get to see them outside of that and stuff like that. So I thought it was beneficial in a way. Kind of just taking the good from the bad at that moment. But I honestly agree with everything you're saying.
It gave you character to women that you only saw for 2 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It'll be 45 women in the Divas match, and they'll have a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this gave you a character to the point where we love Naomi the way we did. It was not because of the 2 minutes we saw her in the ring.
Nope. Total Divas.
It was because of Total Divas and her interactions with the women and her interactions with Jey Uso, who is her husband.
Jimmy.
Yeah. That's why
Jimmy,
I said
like, wait, hold on. Wrong twin.
We've been talking about Jay all week. Matter of fact, she confused Jay with Jimmy earlier. So
I believe it. Listen, I'm not. Look, I've seen the tweet.
Naomi confusing Jay with Jimmy.
Oh yeah. No, that was funny.
I believe it. Look, listen, I've seen the tweets.
Oh, that nigga fine. Wait, no, wrong one.
No.
Wrong one.
Anyhow,
that's back when they both had long hair. Oh,
listen, wait, hold on. Listen, I've seen the tweets Lovely's been putting out, and Professor has been
none of that. No, not her.
Well,
no,
I've seen what Professor has been saying. And
okay, yeah, you can talk about Professor.
That shit is hilarious.
Thank you.
Hilarious.
We don't.
Anyways,
So the next WrestleMania was WrestleMania 31. And the match at WrestleMania 31 was AJ Lee and Paige, and they defeated the Bella Twins. And this was kind of more power on the Bella Twins, which they really played the heel characters really well. And we have to give them credit because they are literally hated for nothing. And they took it on the chin and kept moving.
Yeah, that's debatable, but all right.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying
we can debate it. What's up?
No. I'm just saying that people would disagree with that statement. That's it.
That they took it on the chin?
That people were hating them for no reason.
They hate them for no reason.
Listen.
What's the reason to hate the Bellas besides they're pretty and Nikki was fucking John Cena, which is not a reason to hate the Bellas?
That their in-ring skill wasn't as good as that certain people claim it was?
Well, their in-ring skill was up to par with a lot of the women's. We just
No.
We just talked about. Hold on, let me scroll back 5 years.
Some of these other people,
and talk about Christy Hemme.
Oh no! But you know what? That's the argument I give, right?
They're the remnants of the Playboy Beauty division.
Yeah, right.
They're the remnants of that. So the fact that Nikki grew to be the wrestler that she became.
No, definitely. No, and
reason.
That's my argument.
It's no reason to hate on a woman for not knowing how to wrestle when you can see them improving.
No, absolutely. Right.
They didn't give them a chance to improve, and while they was improving, they just kept saying they sucked. They literally hated them because they were pretty, because they was getting pushed, and because they found out that Nikki Bella was in a relationship with John Cena. That's the basis for a lot of the vitriol that the Bellas get, unfortunately.
No, I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying.
What we get is you fucked your way to the top, and honestly, she was still at the top even when she wasn't fucking him.
Yo, and honestly, Nikki's growth And Brie grew. Don't get me wrong, but Nikki's particular
She grew
growth,
and then she regressed.
yeah, but Nikki's particular growth was tremendous because
yeah.
she really did go from somebody who was just doing this little prissy kind of thing, the pretty face kind of situation with the twin, to truly solidifying herself as a champion.
Mhm.
And she wasn't like, I don't think they give you that run for no reason. You know what I mean? I hated the title,
credit
but
her. They
outside
don't
of that,
realize that these women were actual athletes. These were not just models that came out of nowhere.
right.
Brie got Nikki to do this, but Nikki was gonna go play soccer overseas.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Well,
Nikki
But-
has a shin injury from soccer. Like you know how they do the things where their legs kick? That happened to her, and her shit got fucked up.
Oh, I believe it.
So,
damn.
These are athletes. These are not a Playboy model that said, "I want to wrestle."
Right. No, absolutely.
And that's what was thrown at them.
Absolutely.
It takes nothing to figure out this information. You just have to listen a little bit and be willing to listen. But because they threw away the women's division so much, they threw that away. And because they liked AJ Lee and AJ said what AJ said, it was Bible.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was WrestleMania 31. Again, that match was that match, but wasn't it the next night where Paige? No, that's after, because Paige came out and beat AJ after 29, right?
Wait, who did you say was that match though? You said the match was AJ and Paige.
AJ versus the Bellas. I think Paige
when she challenged
AJ coming back.
That was AJ coming back. Paige had won the year before.
Yeah, she won after 30. She won the night after 30.
Yeah.
That was the open challenge, I believe, right?
Yeah, where she came out.
I'll give an open challenge to anyone. Yeah.
That never goes wrong.
Wow, look at that. He switched to YouTube and now we can see his name. Aw.
Yeah.
Mr. Louis.
Love you, bro.
So 32.
Things started to change.
Again, we're back in the twos. We got Team Total Divas, which was Brie, Foxy, Eva, and Natalia. Oh, and Paige. And it was Team Bad and Blonde.
Yeah.
Which was
Sasha,
Naomi, Summer Rae, Lana,
Sasha.
Sasha
wasn't there yet.
Oh,
because
I think it's
Sasha
Team
was
Bad.
the second one, which was the triple threat, and it was Charlotte, Becky, and Sasha.
And wait, hold on. First off, he's just mad because his name is Randy. Secondly, let's not forget this was also a monumentous occasion when it came to the women's division at that time, when they changed it from the Divas title, which Charlotte held after she beat Nikki Bella.
Yeah, the
and
longest
changed it
reigning Divas champion.
True. To become the first, but to become the new women's champion.
Not the first, but
no, I know, but for that title, you know what I mean?
That's what Lita said.
No, I agree with you though. I thought it was like,
what are you talking about the first?
No, I used to say the same thing. I'm like, why do they do this? Like when
because they gotta make everything first and new and first. They gotta put this on it, and then they make all these things mean nothing. But I'm looking at this Mania and the card, and I may want to watch it again. You want to watch it?
30. This was 32.
Yeah, no, I don't want to watch it. That's when that Rock came out and did the corny jokes and beat up the Wyatt family. Nah, I'm good.
Yes. Yeah. No Rock slander, but yeah.
That's a clone.
Okay, so
no Rock wrestling slander, but Dwayne Johnson, the actor,
very much. The Rock disappeared in the early 2000s.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Like 2000.
It was really after the whole thing with Eugene and all of that. Like after
Rock
that,
disappeared when he went to film The Scorpion King, and he's never been the same since. His hairline was fading. He's a clone.
What? You're not gonna consider Hollywood Rock something like
the Hollywood Rock was a clone?
That's like one of the best Rocks.
It's the best clone, I guess. They lost the recipe. They can't clone him right anymore.
No, not at all.
But
But that match was monumental for a lot of reasons.
yes,
It was three
Hollywood
women.
Rock was a goat.
I'm
not
trying
his
to tell him.
late response.
He's a wait for all
It's
my
a process.
Pokemon fans. He's a slow poke. That's all it is. It takes 5 seconds and then he reacts.
Yeah.
Sure.
But and I mean out of love, bro.
Yeah.
If hearts bite your tail, you become a slow bro. It's crazy.
Ah,
but no, that match that ¿Qué pasa? So that match, number one,
It tells the story because you have Team Total Divas versus Bad and Blonde early in the card, and then you have this match that's taken serious for the new women's title.
And they killed it.
Yep.
And they crushed it. And we knew they were gonna crush it. We knew that from NXT. So the only person we were missing was Bailey, who would come up the following year. So, madam,
I think it necessarily wasn't missing Bailey. It did what it was supposed to do.
right?
I think.
No, I just meant in general, like the four of them.
If you put Bailey in it, then you would have got more of the same, and it would have been the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it did what it was supposed to do.
I feel like that was one of the first times we watched Charlotte do this corkscrew moonsault off the top to the floor too.
Charlotte be trying things and it worked for her, and I love it.
No, she
just be pulling shit out the match, and you're like, "Why are you doing this, Ric Flair's daughter?"
Right, and it's like Charlotte gets a lot of hate. She does. Charlotte gets a lot of hate.
I understand why she gets the hate.
Yeah, I do too. But the girl can wrestle. She's one of the best talents they have.
It's funny because you hated Nikki Bella because she couldn't wrestle. And you hate Charlotte
because she can wrestle.
Exactly.
Like the basis on why you hate these people just really it's baseless. Oh, she can wrestle, but I don't want to see her all the time.
Yeah.
You want them to get the
worst
wrestler?
Time and time again, right? If she's proven time and time again that she is the best of the division.
Look, and let's be honest.
We had a house show match with Liv Morgan and Sonya Deville at Madison Square Garden the other week.
Mm-hmm.
And she came out there like it was a WrestleMania. She came out there like it was a pay-per-view. Her gear was on point. She was working her ass off. They do the little funny stuff in the WrestleMania matches. I mean, in the house show matches. But still, she came out there and worked like it was a pay-per-view on a house show.
For sure. And, I think the respect that she's gained for the business throughout the years, being with her father, her brothers, all the other people.
I like that you included David.
Hey man, you got to. I
love him.
And even all the people that Rick was is associated with, she's truly become her own. And I think based off of a number of years ago that you don't need to put like they put the name Flair back with her because that is her family name. Well, wrestling family name, but she doesn't need it.
It's fucked up now because I hate when people do this shit. Because here's the thing. End of the day, once you put that name Flair on her, you're either giving her one or two things. You're giving her ticket or you're giving her death sentence. When you're a multi-generation wrestler, I'm saying this outside looking in, but I can imagine that if you really are one, if you're not great, if you're not better than what came before you, you're washed.
Right.
In the perception and in our business, perception is everything.
Absolutely.
So if you're not fucking, if Charlotte Flair had the nerve to not be like, think about that. Think about when you think about if you want motherfuckers, you want to hate on Charlotte Flair. Think about this. Charlotte Flair, the least she could have done, the least that was at least acceptable to her, was to have a career that was equal to her dad.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's the bare minimum.
Bare minimum. Yep.
Absolutely.
That's your bare minimum. So anything that happens after that, please. That's the kind of Randy Orton, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Rock, same thing. Anybody that came after a generation, That's the bar that y'all have to set. When we come in, and somebody like me coming in, I don't got no blood in this shit. So if I come in, guess what my bar is? My bar is, hey, you're pretty good at this for somebody that just started doing this.
Yeah.
You know, you're picking this up pretty good. Oh, yeah, you look like you got some potential. That's my bar.
Right.
My bar isn't, oh, nah, I'm not Simone Johnson. I don't gotta be as good as The Rock.
I was just about
You know
to
what I'm
bring that
saying?
up. Yeah.
So,
You know, and let's just name a few people right now. You know what I mean? David Finley. You know, he's been in the game for a long time, and the man is now the leader of Bullet Club. But he has been crushing it. You know what I mean? But he's always been a great talent. But he is a fourth generational star. You know what I mean? We have Ava Raine, Samoa Johnson, who is The Rock's daughter. We have damn near every Samoan that's in the game right now. No, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Outside of Samoa Joe, we have all the Samoans who's in the game right now.
Right.
You know, we
It's
have,
very true.
you know, Cody Rhodes. We have, you know, he's not wrestling anymore, but Ted DiBiase Jr. was one of the people whose eyes. Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, you know, and I don't care what anybody says, Dom has been making strides, and he's been getting better and better. So the hate needs
But
to stop.
notice,
and that's
that
the other
started
thing
happening
too.
when they detached him from his dad.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing too.
His
Like,
dad's shadow's too
but you
big.
think about the people don't even think about it in this perspective. I do, because I was fucking that it happened parallel. Like motherfucking Dom. When did Dom come on TV?
Pandemic.
Pandemic, yeah.
Pandemic. So actively and consistently, me and Dom been training around the same time. You know what I'm
Did
saying?
he come after Ray lost his eye?
I don't remember.
Nope.
Now, granted,
it
I'm
was right
sure.
around the same time.
Yeah.
I'm sure, you know, dude's been in there bumping with his dad for years and shit like that. Granted, I'm sure. But I'm talking about as far as active, consistent training on the road, we've been doing this around the same amount of time.
Right.
Difference is, my shit, my growth, my process isn't for y'all to see on television every week.
Right.
Yeah.
This kid is being put on, and that's where people, like, you know, get the wrong. That's where they start hating on people like Dom and Charlotte, because it's like, oh, you wouldn't even be on TV now
If it wasn't right.
But all right, cool, fair.
Charlotte would look at her talent.
All right, yeah, cool. That's a fair point. The other side of that is, like I said, that's your bar. So now I can go to a wrestling school, fuck up, and come back the next week, and it'd be cool, and no one know about it, whatever, right?
Right.
Dom go out and fuck up on Monday Night Raw. He missed a spot. I watched it happen. You know that. Dom, you know that. Dom, he go out, he missed a spot. He forgets something. He get the deer in headlights look. That's national television, bro.
Worldwide.
And
multiple
since you're
of them
new,
is on Twitter.
And since you're new, that's people's first impression of you.
Absolutely.
So that's what's gonna stick. So there's a whole lot more pressure, and that's a whole nother realm that these kids got to deal with. That people that aren't as that don't have that bloodline,
the lineage, have
to really.
You gotta buy more turtlenecks.
Right, it's doing something for me.
It's
y'all are not gonna do this. Y'all are not gonna do this on the show.
We're not.
All right. No, I'm just playing. I tease. I love y'all.
We're gonna save that for when we get out.
Ew.
So
I ain't gonna have the turtleneck on no more.
All right, shut it down. It's been a great show. No.
We didn't even get to new manias. What WrestleMania are we on actually?
32.
No, like
currently
right now,
next week.
39.
39, because Philly is 40.
Ugh.
Damn. So we got a lot more of these to go. All right. At 33, we have Bayley versus Charlotte.
I'm sorry, who?
Bayley versus Charlotte versus Nia.
Shotgun.
I was trying to figure out what this match was as I'm reading it off. I said, this shit happened?
Yeah.
I don't remember none of these matches.
Right.
After the WrestleMania ends, it ends in my head. I don't.
I mean, as it should.
Even Rumbles. After the Rumble ends, that's it. I mean, who won this one? Oh, wait. It was 96.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So we had the Fatal 4-Way for the Women's Championship, and Bayley defeated them. Yeah. And then we had a 6-pack challenge for the SmackDown Women's Championship. This is when we started getting 2 because we had 2 titles.
Yep.
And Naomi defeated Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Bailey Lynch, Carmella, Mickey James, and Natalia.
Yep.
Still the strong
guy somewhere there, you know.
Which was dope because
Was
that
that
was
the
also in Naomi's. Huh?
That was the Florida year, right?
Yes, that was the year. That was the
year
that
that
was
the pulse shooting, I think.
no.
That
That
was
was
that
the year
WrestleMania, wasn't
she
it?
won. Where is she from?
Florida.
Yeah, that's the year she won in her
Florida year.
hometown. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is Florida. This is Florida.
That was right after the God rest his souls. I think that was the pulse shooting right after that.
Yes.
She won
Yes.
that year. That's what I was saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her
And
going, she
this
was going
match
down that
went
long
on
ass ramp.
right before the main event.
Yep.
Which is fucked up for them.
That main event was.
Because it was sandwiched between Roman and Undertaker and Goldberg and Goldberg and Brock versus, and then Roman and Undertaker was sandwiched in between that.
Yeah.
So
it's not the best spot. Yeah.
This was literally all right. We got to get a snack or pee or something. Oh, matter of fact, I'm fucking up because this match had 3 technically women's matches because this is the year that John Cena proposed to Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So they had that match with Miz and Maurice.
Yep. Wow. I completely forgot about
So
that.
I guess this is peak women's matches at WrestleMania.
Ooh, look, a drink.
Because honestly,
the 3 matches.
After this, we get the Battle Royals, and that's coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love
when they tried to put Moolah in there, and then they said, "Oh, okay, WrestleMania. Here's your ovary trophy."
Oh yeah,
I did not want to remember that.
Oh man,
why did they do that? Why did they do that?
They did that because Twitter said Moolah was a pimp and she pimped out woman and she sexually assaulted woman. How dare you honor her? And instead of saying, "This is your Mae Young trophy,"
right?
They just said, "This is your ovary trophy."
Man, they should have just been like, "Here's your thong trophy."
My thing is, why didn't they do that when they pull out Andre the Giant? Because Andre the Giant was a known racist.
Ovary.
What? Really?
Oh.
You never hear how Bad News Brown said he offered him his hands and Andre didn't get off the bus?
That's crazy.
Ovary.
Because you don't want to mess with
a lot of truth.
You don't want to mess with Black Belt Bad News Brown.
Nope.
He is a karate champion.
Ovary.
Stan.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say, but next year we're back at 3 women's matches, baby. First, Naomi won the ovary women's battle royal.
Oh God.
So she got back-to-back Mania wins.
Yes.
Charlotte defeated Asuka. She defeated Asuka's streak.
She shouldn't have, in my opinion.
They should have.
Oh shit, we got 4.
They should have had a tag team called Ovary and Ivory, and like got Ivory.
Ovary.
Huh?
Who's gonna be ovary?
Anybody.
It would have to be Naomi at that point.
I don't want to make the joke I was gonna make, but we had 4 matches because we had Charlotte defeating Asuka Street, but then again we had Ronda Rousey making her debut by teaming with Kurt Angle and fighting Stephanie and Triple H, and I don't care what you say about Stephanie. Every time she had a match, she did her big one.
Yeah, it was Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a match where you ain't see Stephanie try to work her hardest and do whatever.
No, Steph. Look, Steph. I think Steph loved the business enough. Yeah, she loved the business enough.
Stephanie, like her daddy and her brother, when they gave her a match, she showed out.
Yep.
Well, in her dad's case, he tried, but either way,
Vince showed out. It didn't look good. He really hurt himself, but he showed out.
Look, man, the man tore both his quads going into
that wasn't in a match.
No, you're right though. You're right though.
But he did showing out because it's It's not just the wrestling; it's everything that goes on. The moment you step
absolutely.
behind that curtain, the moment you step behind that curtain, step beyond it, you're working.
He
So
stepped with so much power that he fucked up both of his legs.
dumbass.
Dumbass. I love it. And then the final match was Nia Jax defeating Alexa Bliss and Mickie James.
Yep.
Yo, all right. I'm sorry. Like, real
Yeah.
quick. Who is AXIOM?
Axiom.
Where does he wrestle?
Axiom is in
NXT?
NXT, but he used to be A Kid in NXT UK.
All right.
You're not gonna know who it is.
Oh, never mind then.
Because
He's dope.
I'm playing this game and he keeps showing up on my roster. And I'm like, I've never seen this guy before.
Yeah, Axiom, he's dope.
I thought he was like, you know, when in the old WCW games they had Hanzo Man.
He was Hanzo Man?
Yeah.
If you remember, okay, so I'll leave it at this, right? Stand and Deliver.
Yeah.
He'll be in the ladder match for the North American title.
Okay.
Wait. No. That's a
You
lie.
don't
That's a lie. That's a
remember
lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. He's gonna be in the Battle Royal next week on NXT. I don't know if he's gonna win it or not, but
all right, I'm here. I'm here for it. When's Stand and Deliver again?
where? LA.
When? No. When?
Oh, that Friday. No,
Is it
Saturday at 1 or
It's
something.
right
like that.
before
Wait,
before
WrestleMania.
Mania.
Mhm.
So, oh my god, I hate the schedule. I hate how they're doing this nowadays.
So
I
it's gonna
hate
be
it.
Friday after SmackDown?
No, I
That's
think
a Hall of Fame.
It's gotta be.
Friday
It's
after
gotta
a
be
Hall of
WrestleMania.
Fame. It's
Saturday
gonna be
before
Mania.
WrestleMania.
Oh, so it's gonna be like doubles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that because Dolph did his big one
Nah.
the Saturday before WrestleMania in his Amazon boots.
Nah, I don't like. I don't like that. I don't like that.
They really need to get the schedule out. WrestleMania don't need to be 2 days if you're gonna give us all of this.
I know it's just too
It's
much.
a lot of wrestling, and
Like
and
my
it's
cousins
crazy
were
because
me up today and like, oh, we watching all WrestleMania all in one night. I was like, hell no, y'all can. I'll break that.
Why does he want to watch it all in one day? That's 18 hours.
No, it wasn't him. It was the friend. And I'm like, yeah, do y'all realize what y'all trying to do? And
yeah, that's a lot.
Yes.
And I watch wrestling on a constant basis.
Mhm.
That's a lot.
Listen.
too much.
All right, so WrestleMania
Especially if I'm only
35.
there for like 2 matches.
We got like 8 more before we get to the current day ones. I didn't know this is gonna take this long. I'm waiting to volunteer. WrestleMania 35. We have Carmella winning the women's battle royal.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of
for a couple
Carmella.
years. Me neither.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
She's in control.
First
of the Battle Royal.
first and foremost, not from New York.
Not
That's
from
number
New York.
one.
No.
She's from Boston. That's number one. So look, and us as New Yorkers, we might talk all the shit in the world about Staten Island, but ain't nobody else gonna talk shit about Staten Island, all right?
Now everybody gonna talk shit about Staten Island. I'm gonna let it slide.
But I mean, still,
I'm gonna let it slide.
Never-
Staten
I get
Island.
it. It's the Jersey of New York, but
It's technically not even New York.
yeah, I know.
What do you mean technically? Technically, it very much is New York. What do you mean technically?
Technically, we only count Bronx.
What do you mean
Brooklyn.
technically we only count?
They
That doesn't
barely
mean
count the
technically.
Bronx if you want to be honest.
So you
No,
you
they
gotta
definitely
say
count the
either.
Bronx.
You gotta say
We can
either we
count-
don't count or technically. You can't
We
say
can
either
count
one.
it because y'all wanna throw all your bad things on us.
You gotta say either technically or we only count. You can't say both.
Technically, it's not.
I don't know.
No, because technically it is, but you can say you don't count it.
I mean, don't you have to get on a ferry to get there?
Yes.
No,
I mean,
well,
or you
yeah,
can
but it's
cross
still
a bridge.
New York. It's not Jersey.
Facts.
Listen, once you gotta go over a better water, we gotta think about.
So then, how does that count between Queens and Brooklyn going to Manhattan?
I don't really count Queens.
Don't be disrespectful.
You
Don't be
know,
rude.
Think about people that live in the city.
She's
like,
so rude.
It's
You
like
could get there by train.
Get off the
No,
show.
here's the
No,
thing about people that live in the city. It's kind of like the wrestling bubble. It's kind of
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Nah, anything that's not in the
like-
immediate city
Thing
is
is,
not.
like if it's not wrestling or the city, I don't know nothing about it.
Right.
You know how many times I don't live upstate. To me,
It doesn't have
Yo,
it's not in my bubble. I don't know. I don't.
Talk about y'all.
I'm no good out here.
Wait, bro. People talk about Yonkers is the 6th borough. No, the hell ain't 8. That's upstate, bro.
You get outside those beds of water. I can't breathe now. There's no more.
I'm in the Bronx, right?
It's
Someone
fresh air out here. I don't know what to do with
Target
this
told
fresh
me
air.
go back to the Bronx. Like, first of all,
Right.
y'all not even where we want to be. We only here because it's a Target here.
Look, do you want to know where all the craziest people come from? Florida and the Bronx. All right.
Nah, not really. Not really. It's the Brooklyn.
That's cute. Anyways.
It really is. Y'all got saviors because y'all got good parts of Brooklyn, really good parts of Brooklyn. Brooklyn is really huge. All right, boom. So Brooklyn got saviors because it's really big, but the gritty, dirty parts of Brooklyn really dirty.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It is gritty, dirtier than the Bronx.
That's debatable.
Nah, it's not.
Girl, right
it
by...
was a nigga with a flamethrower in Brooklyn.
You know, it's like hilarious.
Flamethrowing at the bus.
True.
It's hilarious hearing like
where you get a flamethrower from. He came out like The Rock at a bus in Brooklyn.
Lighting up his name. Talking about
it was with a flamethrower.
Look,
you can't. What do you mean?
It's like hearing snowflakes argue about which one's whiter.
No,
look, man, that'll be New York's argument.
The Bronx and if you want to get technical, all of this Bronx hate is heavily laid within racism. You can connect those very easily.
Oh no, yeah, because it's depending on where you're at. But that's the same thing with Brooklyn and Queens.
Everybody out, they pushed a lot of the Hispanics and blacks to the Bronx.
Yeah,
and then all of the Italians that was here before moved out. So then all of a sudden it became not a nice place.
Damn.
And on the whole thing, when the 70s and 80s, they was burning down buildings because of crack.
Mm-hmm.
But crack everywhere.
You know something, Joe Rogan?
So now we back at Carmella. How we go from crack to Carmella?
Because it works.
It's kind of
because it works.
It's kind of in the same thing.
What the fuck?
But nah, she defeated Sarah Logan. And she eliminated Sarah Logan to win that battle royal.
Yeah.
The battle royals after Naomi won really wasn't nothing to really talk about.
True.
The next match we had the Iconics versus Boss and Hug Connection versus Nia Jackson Tamina versus Beth Phoenix and Natalya.
Yep.
For the women's tag team.
And the match was really good.
I can't say it because I do not remember these matches. As soon as it ended, I'm like, But I'll take your word.
I think that match was good. Yes,
it was. I enjoyed the all
Natalya and Tamina in a year, right?
No, the Iconics won that year.
The Iconics won that year. That was the year that they said that they started talking really bad about Sasha Banks because they said she's a crybaby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have
the title matches, right?
Yeah, the women's main event, the first ever women's main event of a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Was a triple threat with Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, and Charlotte shoehorned in there because they wanted Ronda Rousey and Charlotte.
I was there. I fell asleep.
Oh shit.
He told me that so many times. He really
I believe
told
it.
me that so many times.
It was too long, bro.
That match wasn't what it needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately. It wasn't given what it needed to give.
No, yeah. Well,
it didn't give. It ended really flat. And whatever,
yes, that I remember.
You do in the match, everybody remembers your ending.
Yeah. The ending was a little weird.
What happened?
The triple threat match ended flat.
Yeah, no, I was like, what was the end? I forgot. I was there, but I don't remember.
It wasn't a. It was.
It was just like.
Yeah, it was a roll up, wasn't it?
Was it a roll up?
I don't even remember.
I don't remember how it ended. I just remembered.
Yeah, the ending
was bad.
Jesus.
The ending wasn't memorable, but that's
you can clearly if you don't remember what it was.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Had to be something. What the hell was
Hold on. I'm on it.
I'm reading
I'm on
it.
it. I got you.
A
Nah,
crucifix.
Ronda hit her
Yeah,
Piper's
yeah.
Pit.
It was a crucifix. Yeah. I
She
knew it
hit
wasn't anything crazy.
She hit her Piper's Pit on this bitch. That's what happened.
Yeah. Well,
Mm.
let's not talk
What
about
was she,
Ronda
what was she
anymore.
supposed to win with?
Becky won.
Becky won.
No, he said what was she supposed to win with? I
Yeah,
don't disagree
remember
with
Becky?
that.
You don't remember Becky with in that
was
black
sleeping.
outfit?
Oh,
You
that's
was
when she
asleep.
was
Never
Becky
mind.
2 belts. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
That's right. And oh, okay. See, I was asleep. I told you.
Yeah, I know.
All right, y'all. We are finally here at the 2-night WrestleManias. COVID
Jesus.
years. And how many matches? Two. Yeah, we have 4 matches between 2 nights. On the first night, we had Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defeating the Kabuki Warriors. I really hated that name for the tag team titles.
Yeah.
And then
Fun
Becky
match.
Lynch defeated Shayna.
Yup.
I don't remember these
Yeah,
matches.
I don't remember Becky.
I definitely remember that, and in my personal
I
opinion,
watched this on FaceTime.
Shayna should have won. That's crazy.
Oh, this was after the Chomp, right?
That was Shayna should have won that match. Shayna had all the build up. She had all the momentum on her side. In my opinion, she should have won that match.
Oof. I wanted to. Thank goodness I didn't say what I needed, because I would have wanted to watch these matches to kind of get a refresher on it.
Mm-hmm.
Liv Morgan on night 2 defeated Natalya.
Yeah.
No 1-on-1. Yep.
And Charlotte Flair defeated Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's Championship. And I remember this match. And I remember being so mad. And I remember being so mad because this is when they just like beat up Bianca Belair.
Yep.
And it was just like, bye. And then she showed up the night after Raw.
Yep.
Not get her look back or nothing. It was just like,
well, that's coming. You know that's coming. You know, the Rhea. Look, the Rhea Bianca match, I personally feel should be next year's WrestleMania main event. Regardless of who has no, but for the title, like not just champion versus champion. You know what I mean?
But she still got to get her look back on Charlotte.
And that's what I was gonna say. I think whenever Bianca ends up losing the title, either her losing or Charlotte losing, because I do personally think she's gonna lose at Mania. I think Charlotte and Bianca need to have that match before Bianca has a match with Rhea. I definitely think that's old.
So I was mistaken. There was 5 matches because you have Bayley, who defeated Sasha, Lacey, Naomi, and Tamina in the Fatal 5-Way for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Oh, that's right.
As well.
That's right. Damn, they be stacking the card against my girl Pam. Yamala. Or Yamala.
This is 36.
Rob,
I did not think this was gonna take so long. I thought it was gonna be like a quick little like, because I didn't think this was this many women's matches. But in the later, it shows just how in the later years they really been giving us a lot more than what they did.
Right. Yeah.
It'll be 1 match, 3 years, no match. 1 match, 3 years, no match. And it was like that until the mid 2000s. Again, second year, 2-night Mania. Let's go through these matches really fast. First match, Natalya and Tamina won the tag team turmoil.
That was the year. Yes.
Yep.
You didn't like that?
I don't remember it.
Bro, she doesn't.
The only thing I remember about this WrestleMania is Bianca and Sasha, which is the second women's match on night 1.
No, that's when Roman stacked them.
Huh?
That's when Roman stacked them and smashed them. I remember that.
That's not this night.
Yeah, but it was that year.
But then we have Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks, which is the first Black woman to main event WrestleMania, and we have Michael Cole on commentary saying so.
Mhm.
Look at Michael Cole winning the Hearts of the Blacks again.
Eh.
You have him saying so, which and that match, out of all the matches we've talked about, I think that was my favorite, and I think it probably was the best.
Yeah.
All around whole match, I think that was the best of all of the women's matches we spoke of thus far.
For sure.
Right.
And I'm saying that in 100% bias.
Yeah. I'm not.
I don't think anybody disagree.
It gave you everything you wanted from the 3 minute nothing happening, no touch, and them just tearing up because of how momentous it was.
Yeah.
To the actual match, and those girls just literally tearing the house down. Like, that match, in my opinion, was the best match of that entire WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Biggest builds, biggest historical value.
To this day, we still look at it and talk about it.
Yep.
There is no other match on this card that we really talk about that much.
Nope.
We may mention Bad Bunny and what he did, but we don't talk about the match.
Yeah.
Night 2, you have Tamina and Natalya wrestling again, and they was defeated by Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler when they was tag team champions.
Yep.
And then you have Rhea Ripley defeating Asuka.
Yeah.
And that's when she first won the Raw Women's Championship.
Yep.
And that should be a bigger deal, but unfortunately it was overshadowed by how big Sasha and Bianca was.
Bianca was, yep.
Absolutely.
Rightfully so. I'm a Bianca fan. 38.
We all are.
Third double night WrestleMania. Yo, these double night WrestleManias ain't what it needs.
It's
it
not
ain't
stopping.
It ain't it. So you have Bianca Belair getting her lick back on Becky Lynch.
As she should.
As she should. Unfortunately, it's a good match and it's a good moment, and we're all excited that she got it back, but it doesn't,
doesn't hold up to the Bianca Sasha match at all.
Yeah, like, you didn't have to do that to get us to that. You didn't have to take away our toys just to make us happy with this toy you took away from us.
Right. Especially in the way that it happened. It's a bit disgraceful how it happened,
Yeah, it was really nasty. The second match was Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. She defeated Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte be winning the belt at every WrestleMania she had, if she not coming in with it.
Right.
It's either she a champion or she taking someone's championship.
Yep.
They just put her there when. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the only one that she didn't win, from my memory, is the one that she walked in with. Is that triple threat match?
Yeah, the walking in or winning. And night 2 was only one women's match, and it's the Sasha and Naomi, and they defeated Carmella, Zelina, Liv and Rhea, Natalya and Shayna.
Yeah,
they're starting to blend together, and I thought I already said Rhea had a match. That's why I took that long pause. They won the tag team champions, and this again, unfortunately, it was a big moment that we were all hype over.
Right.
But it was literally meant to mean nothing shortly after that.
Yeah.
So we can't be super excited about that, because then they said,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
now we're at WrestleMania 39.
Oh, Jesus.
We're here.
We made it.
Hercules.
And out of the, how many? 10 matches announced. How many are?
I think there's
4 of them
only
are
2.
women's matches.
Yeah.
4?
Right?
Who are the tag
I don't know.
champions right now?
We got Charlotte versus Rhea. Charlotte's the champion going in. We got Bianca versus Asuka. Bianca's the champion going in. We have Trish Stratus. We have Lita and Becky Lynch in their face Damage Control. And then we have Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez and 3 other teams to be announced in a WrestleMania Women's Showcase fatal 4-way tag match.
Yeah, so they are doing it
which
with
is
the
the
ladies
match.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's the same with
it
the men.
should be Chelsea and Piper Niven.
No, I think it's Chelsea and
Chelsea and
Carmella.
Carmella.
No, no,
That don't
she's
make
out.
sense.
She's out. They just randomly took her out. So I think it was Raw. They had Chelsea come in and she introduced Piper Niven as her tag team partner.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So
I don't watch week to week.
this is the first week I watched the full like episode. So that's why I know about it.
It's been a
But,
while.
The last full episode I watched, I was there.
In Brooklyn. When I was like, I see y'all.
Where are you?
Yo, dude, that shit was so funny at Raw because we sat. First off, I can't remember which ticket place my boy bought the tickets from, but the shit said 4, like on the screen. It said 4, and it was the floor, but the floor is F4. So we ended up sitting kind of behind the stage a bit. And when I tell you, my boy who bought the tickets were pissed.
He was pissed.
Why?
Because where we were sitting, we was like the 9th row in front of the Titantron.
Yeah.
And you can't really see once all the commotion. You really can't see.
Yeah. At least you got to see them come in. I couldn't even see the damn Titantron.
Barely.
The entrance is my favorite.
Barely. Like, I'm lucky I was tall. I could hold my phone up like this.
Right.
If Bianca coming out. But if you sit on the floor, the Titantron's only cool if you're like on the perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
If you're directly on the fence, you're good. Anywhere else is hit or miss. Right, Stan?
Just beat the shit out of RVD.
But we talked about when we was at Raw.
Yeah, I'd rather if I'm not like in the front row, I gotta get like an elevated seat.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Yeah, because it's as soon as someone get up, it was it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Look, man, I was happy that when I went to Mania 29, our seats, and we didn't have, like, we had just the perfect seats to not have one of the damn columns block our view. And I remember that
Mania
being
year.
That's 29. No,
29. No,
29
that was
Rock
Cena
Cena 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I got back into wrestling because my nephew liked to pop a figuhorn.
I'm sorry, who?
That was John Cena's name in the Fred movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never watched.
Yeah,
My nephew liked the Fred movie, so he liked John Cena. So then my brothers got him into John Cena. But since they was building to that match, the John Cena toys came with a rock. So then my nephew was this, and then he told him about the rock.
Good point. Damn. But look, so after all of these matches, wait, did we say?
Charlotte, Rhea, Bianca, Asuka, Trish, Lita, Becky versus Damage Control, and Liv Morgan, Raquel and them in a tag team thing.
Raquel and them. Wait, hold on. I just want to. 29 wasn't the greatest, but the arena, the stage was lit with the Statue of Liberty up top, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it being the damn GWB connecting jersey, that shit was crazy.
So
that was dope.
The
Orlando
one was the best one though.
The roller coaster one?
Yeah, the one that looked like Universal Studios.
Like the only time the stages would disappoint was when they was like kind of in the garden.
Yeah.
Nah.
No. And I'm saying
20
what they was doing compared to when they was in the garden.
Nah.
But they would go big for WrestleMania, but when they would be in the garden, they would like go backwards.
Nah.
I know we love the garden setups. We talk about this all the time.
Nah.
WrestleMania,
because that's cap. WrestleMania 20 was one of the best sets they ever
20
had.
was super dope. When Kane came out and the whole city was on fire.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yo, y'all asking me about WrestleManias I ain't watched. That's
We're
why.
not asking you about it. We're correcting you because you out of pocket.
Y'all not correcting nothing because I'm not watching.
Look, here we go. She about to get her main ready. You better stop.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I just took out the ponytail because it was tight.
No. If you pull out a baby cub, I'm out of here. I'm shutting it down. So
My
after my dog. So how about this? After all of those matches, at least the ones you kind of remember.
Ones I kind of remember.
Which match do you guys feel like was the best that you've seen at Mania?
Go stand because
What?
the
Best women's match?
At
the best women's match at WrestleMania.
It was either Sasha and Naomi or the triple threat at 18.
You mean Sasha and Bianca?
Sasha and Bianca?
Yeah, Sasha and Bianca or the triple threat at 18 with Jab and yeah.
No, that makes sense.
You guys, what's your favorite?
Strike?
Recency bias will definitely say Sasha Bianca. I did like the tag title match. Not the 1-on-1, but the multi-women tag match they did with the Iconics. I did actually really like that match.
Yeah. For me, same. Like definitely biased, but also looking at it objectively. I mean, Sasha and Bianca tore it down, lifted it up, and then tore it down again. If we're talking outside of that, honestly, Mickey and Trish. I think the story was well fleshed out. The match was great. The ending was great. It brought out the emotion in you. I can't knock that match.
So biasly,
I was gonna say Trish and Victoria, but I forgot that wasn't WrestleMania.
I was gonna say the Miss Rumble match, but that's not. It says Miss Rumble. Only reason I say that is because Jacqueline bounced her booty like a basketball, but we're not talking about Rumbles.
She did. She definitely did.
Bounced her booty like a basketball.
She did.
And
Texas bread.
I looked at this since I was a kid, and then I started laughing at it again when I had a name to call it.
What?
Bouncing her booty like a basketball.
Oh, that, yeah.
Like she literally bounced her booty with hand and all.
Yep. Oh man, I love wrestling. So
we should have been seeing that at our age.
No, there's a lot of shit we shouldn't have seen as kids. Listen, look, it's not even wrestling. Watching a South Park movie as a preteen was not the best idea.
Imagine watching it as a single-digit kid.
And she was like,
"That was me.
Shut the fuck up."
Imagine watching that as a single-digit teen on bootleg. Yeah,
I forget I'm older than you all at times. My knees don't, but in my head, I'm still the little brother for some reason. But yeah, man, look, the importance of women's wrestling has evolved and grown so much, especially within the last decade. Yeah, especially within the last decade.
The fact that we've been consistently getting a women's match on a card since, was it WrestleMania 28?
30.
Was it 30 that it?
Yes, 29 didn't have it.
29. So since WrestleMania 30, we've been consistently getting at least one match.
Yeah.
And now it's to the point where we're having 4 or 5 women's matches within a WrestleMania.
Yep.
That it shows a lot. Even if it's just like, all right, we need to get more women on this card. At least they're thinking to get more women on the card.
Absolutely.
Because before they were very much okay with, oh, well, sorry guys.
Yeah. And I think social media has done, like, of course, social media does a lot of harm, but I think it has also
Total Divas done a lot.
Oh, God. She's had to plug that in.
No,
but it's true.
Honestly,
but it's true.
The match being cut was on Total Divas.
Yeah.
And that became a talking top. That's not fair. That sucks. The woman thing.
Was that Give Divas a Chance?
That was all around the
It
same
started.
time.
Yeah.
That was all around that same time.
Yep. As a matter of fact, that's exactly when it started.
Mhm.
It was definitely that, and then we had give the Usos and a New Day a chance, but let's not go there.
That's
but
scary.
yeah, that's we can do that next month. But yeah, man, listen, I can say, especially, and this is bringing a different perspective into it, right? I have a daughter, as most of our viewers know, and you guys have met her. And she's so into it, like at least going, so shouts out to Battle Club, because man, that is definitely my family's home indie promotion, and my daughter is highly invested. And like, she's so tight she can't go to Women's Crush Wednesday because it's a school night. So sorry, kid. Love
Listen,
you.
she could take one Wednesday off, Daddy.
Listen, it's not my call. So with that being said,
we got listen.
No. Look, I'm not gonna argue.
At least your kid gives a fuck. Mine don't give a
fuck. You know what it is, man? Like, honestly, like, let's be real, right? So mine has been watching since she was a baby because she didn't have a choice in the matter. Yeah. But
I tried. Don't give a fuck.
But the Sasha Bianca match was the match that really did it for her.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, she's just highly invested. Like, even with Battle Club, Main Event is her favorite tag team. Like, I told y'all, she cried, like real, genuine tears when they lost the tag titles. So I got to tell her that they have a rematch coming up. But I'm just thankful that my daughter can watch it and have something to relate to and truly be invested in the industry as a whole. So I just want to thank all the women in the industry who has wrestled in every promotion, and I'm not singling out anything from every single promotion. Thank you for loving the business and making it what it is today.
Right.
Shouts out to Impact for really being inclusive too. But
come on, man, we just had Savannah Evans crushing heads tonight as usual.
Shouts out to Savannah.
Savannah threw my boyfriend out the ring at Jarvis.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Savannah threw the shit out of me.
She damn sure did. And you know who who sponsored her that night? Yeah, it was us. We were hyped. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Such activity, so I have beef with you now.
No,
You're
love
the
you,
reason he was
throwing. Is that what you just told me?
No,
that's what I just heard.
No, I'm just. Oh God, I gotta go. No.
Baby, that's what you heard. That's what I heard, right?
No. Damn. You know what? I know you're supposed to be on your
Marvel,
side,
you taking the bump for us all.
I'm not taking no bump. My knees are bad. Nah, dog. That is a pass.
Hey, look. It's just
back to the woman.
It's a kick right underneath the chin. You don't gotta bump at all. You just gotta.
Back to the
no, because I'm gonna sell it. I love the business too much to not sell it. Like, I gotta sell it.
You ain't gonna have a choice but to sell it. You just don't gotta bump.
No, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to sell it.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna make contact. You don't gotta whether you bump or not is your.
Listen,
it happens.
Time out. That's messed up.
Whether you bump or not is on you.
Listen, my knees might be bad, but let that adrenaline come and that black belt come out real quick. No,
there you go.
Listen, y'all gonna have a whole karate fight because let's not talk about Stan's karate past.
No, don't talk about that.
Yeah, that'll be in the past.
But I come from the era of WrestleManias where we didn't have women's matches. My first women's match as a fan was the Goldust Sable Mark Merrill Luna one.
Yeah, that was lit. That's one of my favorite matches.
And so
it was a lot of fun though.
So to reach WrestleManias where we have an abundance of women on it is amazing. And not even that, just Black women in prominent positions.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Because Jackie's WrestleMania appearance, where is it at? Because we just said it. It was in like a pillow fight or some shit.
Yeah.
We had Jazz who did it back to back, but we see what they do with Jazz.
They put Trish over.
Which side note, Jazz is so underrated and not credited enough for the accomplishments that she did in the business. Same with Jackie.
Nope.
They'll
talk about Jackie more. They'll give Jackie more attention because Jackie never was in a lawsuit against them.
True.
Since Jazz was in a lawsuit against them.
Look, let's be real, man. And Jazz, man, she up until recently, within the last few years, she was probably the best NWA Women's Champion that was ever seen. So
the first black one in the longest reigning.
And the longest reigning. So
900 days.
Yep. So shouts out to Jazz.
Jazz was at the first Black Girl Magic.
Yeah, she was.
And one of the last ones. Word, that's what we said.
Oh, shit, Takis.
But like now, as a grown adult, to have my niece, and like I literally cried. My niece loves Bianca Belair. My niece tells me she wants to watch Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley all the time. And like the first time, like I kind of try to force it by getting her a toy, but because my brother watches it with my nephews, that's when she kind of got into it.
Right.
And she likes Bianca because Bianca has a ponytail, a long braid ponytail. So she sees herself in it because she loves long braided ponytails.
Absolutely.
And just to have that, she's 4. So to have that at 4, and I didn't get that until Jacqueline came bouncing her booty like a basketball.
Ah.
That was my representation.
True.
So
look, how long ago was that?
So that's what you identified with.
Oh, she black like me.
Listen, I have too many jokes that I cannot say right now.
I'm trying not to make bouncing booty like a basketball joke, but I can't help it.
Look at her, she's just like me.
Oh, look at her.
She's
That's
just
me,
like
mommy.
me.
And she would have bouncing her booty and other lady like, bitch. So, like,
little did the future hold.
I never bounced my booty like a basketball.
Don't. Anyways, too easy. So
the thought of me putting my hand behind my back and doing that is too hilarious for me.
Like Mike Lowry said, we're gonna make a little box. All right, we're gonna put you bouncing your booty like a basketball in there, and
we can't talk about it too much because Stan's probably gonna try to make me do it. So just hi, Julie.
What's good, bro?
Just the fact that we have, and it's not just Black women; it's of all colors. We have Asian, Japanese women on the card. We have Dakota Kai; she's Samoan.
Yep.
Tamina probably gonna come around for this multi-women's match. You know she's always cleared for a multi-women match. It's not just a bunch of blondes having evening gown matches or just all of the women in the ring just doing stupid stuff, not necessarily wrestling, but just moving. Then Santino's gonna win. It's multiple women being spotlight in different matches.
Yeah.
And for the fact that we can have this and they be sometimes better than the men's matches on the card.
Yep.
Given the amount of time where they can cook and show off what they can do.
Yeah. Because
even though Jazz and Jackie were good, they never got a chance to display that. Especially on WrestleMania.
Yep.
Especially on WrestleMania. They never got that.
You know what's crazy? I can't remember them even facing each other.
I don't think they did. Definitely
not on TV. That's where we would have seen.
Google is our friend because you know some indie probably did it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but did they record it?
Probably not. You never know.
Did they record it? But and if they recorded it, did they post it?
Right. Are they tagged?
Oh, on Raw and on Sunday Night Heat.
Okay. Then I stand corrected.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I'm finna watch this. It's 3 minutes and 37 seconds.
Oh, of course.
Maybe it's highlights.
No, it's probably the
match,
including entrances.
It's one that's Raw, and then it's another one that's 246. So they might have cut some stuff out It's a heat match. It's at 7:42, and then it's 5:32. These are the same ones. They have February Jazz versus Jacqueline. They had a couple.
Oh, that's cool. All right, so then
couple
I take that back.
little squabbles. So I'm gonna go watch Jazz versus Jacqueline and see them do a little something.
Right. And
They had Trish versus Jazz versus Jacqueline versus Victoria. They had it, but they never had the time. Like it's all under 10 minutes,
right,
or all under 15 minutes on a time where you get Triple H going fucking Broadway with I don't know
everybody.
I was gonna make
Except
up
maybe
that,
Booker
but it
T,
wasn't gonna be
but-
fun.
Yeah, but last thoughts. Start with that guy, Stan.
Yes.
How do you feel about the growth of women at WrestleMania?
It's dope. I hope to see it continue.
Short, sweet, and straight to the point.
Listen, Stan knows he wasn't supposed to be here. He's here because of adrenaline.
Yeah. I'm not even mad at him for that. Strike.
It's been a long journey, and I say that not only for the wrestling portion, but just in general podcasting.
I thought you was talking about reading them tonight because that was a long journey.
But just not just wrestling, just media, podcasting, all these other things, just getting the exposure that's needed. I think social media has benefited the women's division a lot, especially with hashtags such as give divas a chance and stuff of that nature. But also it's just broadened their reach on what the fans are feeling about, why are the women not getting these type of matches? Why are we seeing NXT have these, these mind-blowing matches and the main roster is not making that attempt to do the same thing? So to have basically, I'm gonna just say Triple H's kids, just make their way onto the main roster and make it their own. Everybody from NXT coming up now is ready for this type of spotlight. I feel their champions, what they're doing down in yeah, I think I can agree with that too. Not everybody, but I feel majority of them that they're bringing up has been, on their way up and they've been stars. So to have the quality of the matches grow, to have the time for the matches grow, to even have main events on double night WrestleManias, which, I guess that's the easiest way to have a women's match main event because you make it 2 nights. Because I hardly doubt they will try and give them a main event on a single night WrestleMania again. But we'll see.
Sure they're gonna do it. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it this one.
Well, on the double night.
No, on a double night. That's a double night. But I'm saying I really hope they do that for an actual single night WrestleMania. I think that
was just a one and done.
Well, it also all depends on story and growth and everything. Because I do think if the story, I think they're at a point where, especially with Trips at the helm, that if the story is better than whatever main title feud might be going on, whatever the case may be, that they might just end up putting that at the forefront. And once again, social media. I think if social media speaks up enough, with it not being hate, that because that changes a lot too. We've seen it. I mean, this is super left field, but we've seen it with the damn Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and we've seen it in wrestling. So, so it all depends, I think. Randy went and wrote a paragraph, so I'm just gonna read it real quick.
That's not right.
No, I know, I'm just messing with him. It's been a journey all the way around, and it's growing rapidly and trending in a direction, including more women on the roster, as well as looking at other venues. Absolutely, brother.
Yeah, I just feel the quality's been ramping up so much. It's just, unfortunately, and I hate to say this, it's a storylines. You have to break out of the stereotypical I hate you because of this materialistic thing, or I just don't like you, I don't like the way you look, I don't like the way you carry yourself.
To do that, you gotta break out of this woman can't be a writer. She doesn't even know wrestling.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta have women in the room to write stories, more meaningful stories that doesn't go to typical things that men think women fight over.
Absolutely.
Preach.
Hearts.
I like what it is. I actually really do love it. The past couple of years, I've literally been screaming and fighting about women's wrestling and representation of the women on a card and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see what it is. Like I said, where I come from as a child, we shouldn't have had that for children.
Right.
So to see a division of women, and you have the ones that can be sexy and show something, and you have the ones that are alternative. You had a superhero at one point. You have every spectrum of whatever a woman's personality can be on the roster. Now, only gripe is we have to figure better ways to showcase that within the stories. But it's real. I love it. I love the fact that we just went off on about 5-6 WrestleManias where it's 5-6 matches.
Right.
For the women. It's always going to be disproportionate. It's always going to be like it's 5-6 matches for the women. It's like 25 matches for the men. But you know, it's refreshing to see it. And as a fan who grew up where it was, I'm sexier than you are. Let me take off that trash. You ain't, and I quote, you ain't nothing but a tramp. That is an actual quote.
Yeah, it is.
From Sable. So from that to this, literally, I would never imagine to see it. And I'm grateful that little girls like your children, my niece, if Stan's daughter want to, get into wrestling at any point.
Not as long as if I'm on it, yeah. But besides that, no.
Yeah, she's at an age where it's like, nah, I'm good on this.
Yeah, no.
But if she was ever to get into wrestling, there'd be no qualms about letting her watch this.
Right. That's why our kids need to hang out.
Be watching.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Yes.
Well, see that, and look, that's why our kids need to hang out. That's why. Listen, look, we know Kofi. Shout out to Dirty Heels. Their daughters, when they're around Bells, they're in it. They focus. Like I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I know what we need to do. So I think we just need to start a daughter clique of wrestling and go to wrestling shows.
That'd be cute.
So I'm down for that. But guys, thank you so much for coming on today's show.
Thank you for allowing me to turn this upside down today.
Oh man, look, I knew it was expected. It was cool.
Thank you for allowing me to do so. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys.
No worries. First and foremost, Stan.
Ooh, yes, sir.
Plug.
Oh, he said
Stan Michael R&B, Stan Michael R&B, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
There you go, madam.
Hearts, HHARTS on Twitter is Hearts on Instagram, and y'all got Emmy on Facebook. Just join the Talker Champions group.
And speaking of Talker Champions,
yeah, look at you got it. Look at that. Yeah, because Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram are all different. We couldn't get Talker Champions on Twitter for whatever reason, but
Mad Johnson.
Somebody else has it, apparently.
Hey, it'd be like that
on sports, like
right. Ew.
Real sports, but no. As of now, we're in a weird hiatus because Stan trains on Tuesdays now. So we're going to figure out what we're going to do. Hopefully after WrestleMania dies down, I'll figure out something. You might get just a bunch of guest hosts and me talking about, random topics. Stan may pop in here and there depending on what the topic is and if he wants some part of the fun. But what are we doing again? We're reconstructing what we're doing.
I'm
Hey,
beating
but
up John Cena right now, currently.
And he got a PS5.
There's
so
bad
that's
John Cena's in this game. Holy shit! This
yo,
game
there's,
said, "Oh,
there's
this
like
is John Cena
there's
year."
like 300 of them.
This is
Like
mad John Cena's.
they got John Cena from first grade, John Cena when he
Yes.
graduated high school. Like
They
it's
got
crazy.
John
Action figure
in
John
here.
Cena.
I'm fighting dance recital John Cena.
Oh my god. Well, guys, once again, thank you so much. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we're so
Thank you
proud
for
of y'all
having
growth.
us.
Nah, no worries. And even though there's two of us, let's do what we do. So first off, no, it starts with why do I always do that? It starts with QS. You can follow him at Forever Thiefin, both on Instagram and Twitter.
Mhm.
Uh,
For
Big
his
Stretch.
lovely dulcet tones.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know he got Quiet Storm got that. Hey, how you doing? It's Quiet Storm. I just want to thank you for listening and watching. We appreciate you. Our
Who's
brother
that?
Stretch,
Flesh.
that's how QS sounds. Like his voice
Oh
is that
shit!
deep,
That
dog.
fucked me up. Okay.
But that was me. That was me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Stretch, the Human
I thought I
Encyclopedia. You
was
can
tripping.
follow him on Instagram at Jador. I'm
Jador
saying it wrong.
Sapio.
Thank you. Jador Sapio on Twitter at Jador Stretch.
Ah!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you got this guy.
And you got me, Mr. Good Energy, Mr. I don't talk about accolades and stuff because I don't have any. But Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all the same. At StrykerDragoon, and YouTube is StrykerDragoon131. I am streaming for my game streaming. I do Fire Emblem Engage for the rest of the month. I think if I have enough energy in like the next hour, I'll be playing Resident Evil 4 Remake. And next week we'll be doing a double game giveaway. So if you are interested, in the description, I think I put it in the description.
I'm pretty sure you did.
In the description, there's a video of mine for thank you. I had the Caribbean come out of me just for a little bit. Sorry. Thank you 2023 video where I'm thanking all of my subscribers and viewers, where all you have to do is comment "Thank you Dragoon Haven" under the video, and you will be eligible to win if you subscribe to the channel as well. I'll be doing a double game giveaway next Friday, March 31st at
What's the
10
double
p.m.
game?
Eastern time.
What's the double game?
Any game of your choice.
So if I
As long
join,
as you win.
could buy me 2 Sims.
Why don't you want two? Anyways.
Because it's expansion packs.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
It's EA. You know they're gonna get the money out of you.
You're right.
If you win, you'll get Sims and an expansion pack.
No,
of
I
your
got
choice.
Sims. I just need expansions. More expansions.
Okay,
When
so
it came out.
how much are the damn expansions? Not
Uh,
$20,
How
right?
much are the expansions? You know. Okay, so the base game used to be 60,
Mm,
and then the expansions, they have different kinds. So they have expansion packs, which is 40. They have game packs, which is 20,
okay,
and they have stuff packs,
which is like what?
it's like
15?
around 10, 15 area.
Yeah, I
Then
figured.
they also have something called kits, which is like you get a little bit of things, like probably 15 to 20 things in the activity, and that's like $5. You know EA is gonna get the money.
Yeah.
So if anybody wins that wants to enjoy The Sims, I can either get you The Sims or I can get you the
Well,
expansion packs.
Now, here's the thing with EA. You could get the Sims for free, the base game.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. And
You want to play Sims right now, you could go play Sims for free.
You guys are the best. I'm gonna get out of here.
Go to sleep, bro.
We're going out of here now.
All right, y'all. Later.
Love you.
Love you,
I'll
bro.
call you in a minute.
Get me out of here.
You seen it
Bloopers.
as the gimmick
Yeah.
started coming off. It
Yup.
was time for bed.
Yup.
But yeah, so before I take too much longer, yes, it'll be a double game giveaway, 2 winners, standard edition game of choice, doesn't matter if it's digital or physical. I will ship it or I will send the money for somebody to buy what they need. I will be doing that with after SmackDown next week Friday. So this is during Hall of Fame. I will be doing a live show at 10 p.m. Eastern time, and we can watch Hall of Fame. I can just play various games. I just want to chat with everybody and chill. So I believe for every half an hour or hour, I will be choosing a winner. So just try and get as much viewers in there, as much subscribers as I can at that time, and we'll be doing a double game giveaway. That's about it, and that's it for me.
Yep. And as always, you can find me, K Marvel, on Instagram and Twitter at Mr. Marvel87. Also, please follow my mental health show with Ronnie Harris, a different angle that airs tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on prn.live. We're actually talking about depression, so it gets a little deep, but we got some jokes in there too. You can follow that show at 88 Pod 2023, both on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow the Four Corners of Commentary on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at The Council of Commentary, on TikTok at Council of Commentary, on Twitter at
Spied
CO
on.
Commentary. What happened? What I do?
We're not a part of Spygate and TikTok,
Oh, Jesus.
which I may pull out of very soon. Just saying.
And you can follow us on all your streaming platforms where you listen to things. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Audible, and iHeartRadio. It is just mentioning just a few. Also, we are 5 episodes away from episode 100, trying to do some big things. Love you too, brother.
100 episodes. That's a
girl.
big deal.
Yep. So I believe that is April 20th. I believe that's the date.
A little under a month.
Yep. Hold on. I'll double check right now because I have it on my calendar. It is April 20th. That is the 100th episode. So make sure y'all tune in for that. Also, our 3-year anniversary is coming up. That is on Juneteenth, to which we also know that Black WrestleFest is happening. Jobber Slam's coming up. Battle Club got 2 shows in April, Women Crush Wednesday and Annie Up. That is an all-women show and all-men show, respectively. So there's a lot of big things going on.
A lot of things.
Lots of things. But once again, we got a lot of things planned. So be ready, be prepared. Hearts, once again, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming.
Having me.
And on behalf of our other brothers, we are your Four Corners of Commentary. Pow, pow. Yeah, you know you want to do it.
But before? Sorry.
Yeah, baby.
But it's only 3 of them.
It's all right. It's okay.
Then we'll meet that as the 5th corner. And if Stan say that we are 6 sides of still.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
Next time y'all are on, that's the name of the episode.
There we go.
Guys, y'all have a
TNA
good night.
episode. Let's go.
Peace.
You're not going to get Stan on that.
We're not. Later, y'all.